Food?
Huh. When did this get here?
Huh.
You're an idiot.
Forgot you have to take that off.
Ooh.
Ooh. I do
Hello,
need to take
Chad. We have food?
How did
Burger-
anyone
Finally,
like
I
Ribs.
won't starve in
High
the Aether.
ribs.
Sweat jellies?
Farouk. You can have my spots.
Wait, I'm not sure if we could...
What?
We're not gonna question. Just food?
It's
There's water
blueberries.
behind
Oh,
you.
there's even
Water.
Water.
Oh my god, there's water!
So what are you doing?
What?
Well, at least not dead.
I'm alive.
It's the
Water's
biggest
safe, at
idiots I've
least.
ever
Wait,
met.
are you not gonna want your
Oh,
water?
Cam stole my water.
You know what?
I
You
know.
have fun with that. My sweet mate is still vacuuming. Chat, who vacuums the bathroom?
Why is he vacuuming the bathroom?
Wait,
Who
you
vacuum?
need the
Chat,
blueberries more.
let me tell you the
Oh, thank
purpose
you.
of a vacuum.
I'm keeping the
God.
ribs.
It's the
That's
best
it.
option for vacuuming carpet. All of the dorms have carpet, right? Logically, so that makes sense. Most apartments do. There's no carpet in a bathroom.
Yeah, there
Maybe-
isn't.
Is there a rug?
No.
Oh.
Why is he vacuuming the bathroom?
Out of pure spite.
At this point, I would believe it.
Imagine taking a shower and there's like water on the floor and then you just grab a vacuum.
You
just
vacuum up the
the
water.
Oh shit! Some water's on the ground. Let me just get my industrial-sized vacuum.
You're right, Cheese, but I could understand that a little bit more before a fucking vacuuming the bathroom. My mind is
By the way,
blown.
chat, don't mind me just fixing some stuff at the moment.
Yeah, before we started the stream, Lily decided to be the worst person imaginable and just had everything that can break everything.
At least I can
Everything.
pick up items again.
Cam can pick up items again. Lily's no longer breaking all over the place.
Dude, my computer
Marshy is
crashed
somehow got
7
dumber.
times today.
You know, everything's just taking a turn for the better.
Wait, no, true question. Rex, how are you feeling?
Anything
I have to go to
else?
classes tomorrow, so moi mal.
Boy,
What
Mal.
button is the
Morsh,
minus?
Arky. What you doing here, Arky?
Arky.
Devil.
I
Get that
Called
off.
Slam by Arky.
Hello, Logan. How you doing?
No one but that person. You're absolutely right. Just pure
Technically,
psychopaths.
Yes, technically, yes.
Okay.
Also, period.
Oh,
Putting
you got all
everything
your
I want,
stuff
period.
fixed because I see
No.
a
because-
figure over there.
Ah.
Oh, shoot.
And we are going to go because whatever Lily's doing is the opposite of important.
It's because my fades have keys bound to them in Minecraft, so it fucks it up.
Oh, then quickly just
I didn't realize.
we just bind them all
Yeah,
to a
I-
fuck off button like right bracket. It's so easy.
Just press escape. It'll just
Minus-
unbind them completely.
I can't find where it's bound to. Oh well, it's fine. I'll deal with it for this stream.
Okay.
Probably.
Hydrate. Thank you. I'll have to see that meme later. Jeez, but speaking of Adam, the body of the man lays on the
God.
ground, his eyes wide open and a number of wounds spilling a dark, discolored blood onto the ground. His size has since shrunk, the jagged and hideous bones still pierced from his corpse. His form looks similar to drones or blisses. You find a number of empty vials on his person, tucked into the ripped and stained pockets of his lab coat, alongside traces of an unknown substance dripping from his pale, cold lips. He turned himself into an abomination? You didn't even know he was still alive. I guess that was the only way to survive, huh? Bastard.
Weren't the others watching him? I hope they're okay.
We need to check up on
Rook
them.
was down there, and so was.
Then we need to go find them, but
I think we have other matters right now.
Yeah.
I am not a woman,
Who wants to do this?
and I will give a chance.
Sure, I'll go for it. The celestial creature sits itself near the amalgamated corpse of yesterday's monster. Its wings wilt and drag against the ground, the thin and sparkling material looking a bit more faded than normal. It glances back at you slowly and carefully approaches. And as you carefully approach it, I'm so sorry. Ah, you are awake, I see.
Queen?
It stands, turning to tower over you. Was your rest satisfying? It pauses, its eyes avoiding your gaze as its crowned head lowers slightly. You seemed quite exhausted. It is no surprise that you collapsed after such a lengthy and chaotic encounter. I suppose I should have anticipated that your strength would have depleted. Were you the one that gave us the water and food? It gives you a nod, clasping its hands in front of its form. I had thought you would need it.
You wanted to take care of us.
All of the children of Pyrrhus are children of mine. Or they were hers. It looks back at the large domed room. All of this was hers. This castle, this crown, this power. But I was too blinded by lies to see that.
What do you mean, her?
During our encounter, you stated I was not who I thought I was.
Oh. Hello? Hello? What? What? Hello? Oh, God.
Let me know when you're good.
Give me a bit.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, hi chat. How are you
Hi,
guys doing
chat.
today? Hi Max. Hello Ben. Hi Arky.
Yeah,
Hello.
Ryan,
Hello
hello,
Slytherin.
hello, Miles.
Hello Professor.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hey, in chat.
For
Not
vacuuming the
roommate,
bathroom
suite mate.
at 10
Roommate
p.m. at
school.
Vacuuming
night.
the bathroom and then promptly after vacuuming, beginning to another musical.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, I
If you're gonna
cranked
clean the
down my
bathroom, do it
gain.
after you shower.
Or just
Yeah, wait, why are you what?
don't use a vac. A dude fucking is like a trumpet. I swear, a living,
Yeah, I can
walking
hear it,
trumpet.
yeah.
He's like, I must prepare
Decent. How are
my
you like?
concert.
He like times it out, and he's like, okay, he's got to be in the middle of his stream right now. Let me be as obnoxious as humanly possible. Now is my chance. You know what I'm saying?
I honestly, conspiracy theory, he does it on purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
conspiracy
I
theory.
think he genuinely like
I
you.
think he has no friends, no maidens.
No maidens.
Well, I think he gets no maidens because he has a micro penis.
No maidens.
My chat is going against Arky, who offered to make parkour. Arky, no, please.
Maybe
Please.
if I
Arky,
drag
spare
my
me.
volume down to negative 15 decibels and kiss my microphone, I could almost entirely drown him
Aw.
out.
Oh.
Best week of my life was when he wasn't here, and unfortunately, I spent it all sick.
No.
That's not encouragement, Arky. Please, no.
How are you feeling except for the people come? How are you? You know what? I was feeling good. I was. And then I got reminded of why I hate staying in the storm. because there is not a single person alive like this. Not one.
That is fair.
But I was unlucky enough to be stuck with him.
Imagine you get to next semester. And you find out
If
he's
I
like
meet
one of your
someone
roommates.
else that's worse, I swear to
No,
God,
what if it's him again?
it's not him. I know who it is.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know who it is, but I know there's a name, so I already know it's a different person.
That's fair.
Because if it was him, I would instantly request a room change or drop out. I'm not dealing with this for another year. It's not happening. I'd rather go with the demon I don't know than the demon I know, you know? In this case.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you guys are just cool with vibing for a bit, we'll try to weather this,
No, it's cool.
this storm.
Here,
Hello, Zach.
I'm gonna quickly deafen to talk to my chat. Just like at me on Discord if I don't come back in time and you're
Yeah.
like ready to go.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can always like
Ooh.
talk about like we could shout out
Do
the
with
builders
weather.
for this
How about like,
dungeon.
let's have a nice chat about the weather.
The weather's actually been pretty nice where I am.
I'm going to be right back screen so my chat can. Ooh, look at all those bubbles, chat. Mesmerizing.
Yeah, let's
right?
go do the
yeah,
let's do
I'll
BRB
also-
screen. No?
Welcome to the Mythos podcast.
Yeah.
Here we're going to talk about well, here's a Q&A. A Mythos
Hello,
Q&A.
Zach.
Even though I don't
Yo,
think
Rex,
anyone's going to have many questions, but you know what? Why not?
Yes,
Rex.
Mythos Q&A time.
Quick question. Like, do we
What?
want to shout out the builders that worked on this dungeon?
Yeah, if anyone's
How are
got a
you? We're
list,
good.
someone should have a
I
list.
think I
Everyone's
got
got a
a good list. Let me find it. Like the ones I can remember off the top of my head are I worked on it. We had Flame working on it, Arky, of course, as you saw by the demon parkour. Oh wait, Cat might have a list. Thank you, Cat. I appreciate. I know some, not all. So we'll get back to that once Cat makes beautiful list of your.
If you're anyone who's just tuning in, we had to pause because Rex's Sweet Mates musical started. So
After he vacuumed the bathroom, let's not forget that part.
yeah.
But yeah, Cat. Once you get the list, just let me know.
Sweet Mate is a psychopath,
Damn,
right? Right? It's like
Literally.
you hear about this stuff and you're just like, there's no way a person like this exists, right? This is the type of shit you hear about in a sitcom. It's comically horrible, right?
Like it
Just
sounds
getting
like
up
something that you would see in Community.
Yeah, I slept pretty long yesterday.
Like literally, this would be something in Community.
Oh god.
You can agree,
we
this
always
could happen.
compare our lives to Community, so
I love Community so much.
it's so
Rex School
good.
musical mood.
My favorite comedy show.
Oh,
And I
Oh, yeah,
watched, like,
Cyan,
not
those
the
are my follower
entire
modes.
Good Place, but still, The Good Place pales in comparison. Community is just raw. Made by the same creator of Rick and Morty. He made Community before he made Rick and Morty. And honestly, Community is
I'll take
infinitely
it to
better in
hydrate
my
for you.
opinion.
I love Community.
I think the first few seasons were. The later ones are kind of hard to get through. Just a tiny bit. Because they had
Aw.
to, like, style change, you know? They lost a lot of, like,
Style
the original
change.
cast.
Aw.
Yeah. It's like, they did what, like, you know, Victorious didn't do, which was they lost, like, important members of the cast in Victorious, so they just stopped the show. It was like, what was it? Like, it's always, like, one cast member didn't want to do it, and so they just threw off the entire show. That always makes me, like, I don't get why you would do that unless it was, like, an imperative cast member, you know?
Like, even if it was like a super important cast member, like in the setting Community has or Victorious, it could be like they transferred to a different school.
Exactly. Like, I mean, unless it was the main character, you know, like Tori Vega, I don't see why they would, you know?
I think she was
though.
one of the ones who wanted to keep going.
Yeah, which is why it doesn't
Guys,
make
I'm
sense to me.
terrified. I'm terrified. Someone in my chat has like almost half the points needed to get me to go without glasses for 5 minutes during a stream.
You need glasses. You
wanna
don't
do
need to be
jury
able to
duty?
see.
Damn. Good luck.
It's like I can at least still read dialogue.
Something or another be with you. Whatever. Did we ever read that list of people that actually worked on it that Cat had?
I'm waiting for Cat to send it.
Cat, stop being the worst. God.
I got uno momento, so I just DM'd Cat the list that I know. See if Cat knows any of the others.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can add it to it. Okay. I can't read the Minecraft chat.
Why?
It's in Minecraft.
Because it's being blocked. Yeah, it's in Minecraft chat. It's blocked out by
Alright, fine,
Queen.
I'll do it. I'll just close out the dialogue. Shoutouts to Cam, Lily, Marshy, Swan, Arky, Dan, Candy, Flame, Saf. Sweet Sapphire. Justin, Senchi, and Miles. There wasn't a cat on there, but also cat. I don't know why cat wasn't in that list. Also, Ellie.
Cat, you didn't list
Ellie and
yourself.
Yeah,
Cat.
also
There we go.
Ellie Cat.
Cat, you suck. How did you mess up that job?
Like, yeah, props to everyone that helped on this, because this dungeon was
Didn't
fun.
Zoc help? Is he listed there?
Oh yeah, Zoc for the stairs. He wanted specifically for the stairs.
Yeah.
I have fulfilled my wish for Zoc on the stairs. And I was for the dungeon.
Zoc
Trial
on the
area.
stairs. Well,
That's all he wanted was the thing for the stairs.
so here's a
That's
pitch.
it.
Was gonna be a surprise, but I just want to go ahead and hear about it now from chat. Next time I don't have anything to stream in Mythos wise. I was thinking about sitting down with Candy, and we were going to go through a lot of our old writings. I don't know if you guys would actually be really interested in that. Because before we actually did Mythos for like a couple years, me and Candy actually spent a lot of our time writing like scripts and things along those lines, and so we wanted to showcase some of those ideas and like potential stories and stuff like that can't really come to light because there's not really an easy medium that we can do them right now. The pitch was like for webtoons, you know. Fucking Candy's crack ass was like, we can make a full-on animated thing, but obviously that can't happen. But yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So look forward to that stream. I have no idea
Live
what I'll advertise it
read-throughs?
as, but I'll put it in the Mythos server whenever it comes up. Live read through. Sure, we could read through subparts. I would love to have a medium, just whatever way that we can actually execute those scripts, because they're awesome. Like genuinely, they're really compelling stories, but we just don't have an easy way of doing it right now. But if we come up with one,
Chat.
then yes. Oh, there's a poll in chat as well that you can vote in.
My
Yeah.
chat wants someone has like almost 10 sig modes. Wrapped.
Oh god. Hey
Wrapped
chat,
with this work. I'm
what's your
terrified.
favorite medium when it comes to like things on the internet?
Thank
That's
you,
not like
Fran.
video. Do you like fan fiction? Do you like web comics? What do you like?
Yeah, there's fanfiction, there's webcomics, there's audio dramas, there's Minecraft role plays. What other
Bet.
mediums? What other mediums?
Yeah,
of
what
execution?
mediums do y'all like? Like what do you watch? What do you read? What do
I
you
have to
look at?
temporarily
What do you
remove
listen
sig
to?
mode due to lore.
Yeah, when you look at a web
Webtoon,
series, what do you
webtoon.
see? Webtoon. Yep.
They're saying webtoon so far. And now they're all just saying
Ah, Bobby!
Oh, that's so cute though, Ruin. Good look at
How
your
is
cat.
I don't know, for me, TBH with you. Oh no, you.
Rex, how's Rex School the musical?
Well, he unlocked my door,
what?
but the music's still playing.
I heard it.
Yeah, I heard it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what he's doing in the bathroom right now, but I'm just waiting for him to get out of it.
Rex, I have an idea.
What's up?
Chloroform.
Chloroform.
Yes!
You see, I've explained my dilemma several times, right? I could get a room change, right? But I'm not sure if there's another single dorm in my room. But if I like filed for a room change and then they moved my room, they might move me into a room where I have a new roommate, which, you know, means I would be away from this absolutely insufferable suite mate. Because let me tell you, there's nobody worse than this. I would be away, but like, I would have a roommate. Right now, I don't. That's like the one silver lining of this entire situation. I pretty much have a room to myself because my roommate doesn't live here. So it's like a double-edged sword, you know? I can't comfortably move to anywhere else because then if I did, and then they did successfully transfer me into someone else, I might get a new roommate. I won't have to deal with that.
Well, I would say it's like on the last
doing,
day.
You know, you win some,
On
lose
last
some.
day. I feel so sorry for whoever gets that dude next.
Oh my god, yeah.
Doesn't he have a roommate?
He has a roommate, yeah. His roommate isn't intolerable, like, at all.
Poor
When
guy.
Dude showed up on, like, spring break. I barely even noticed that he was there. He came in, like, Thursday. Never even noticed he was there. This
Is that
guy,
the one
I
that you-
knew the minute he came back, you know? Because I heard him singing in
Oh.
the hall.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Say, I shall announce my presence!
Mm-hmm.
I should bring back C mode soon, guys. Just bear with me because we've been doing some very serious lore, and I doubt you guys want me to sing during serious lore.
Oh yeah. I
Those reasons why
I don't think
other things are being
I still have my redeems up, but I don't think anyone uses them, and I usually ignore them because I'm too busy doing lore.
Yeah.
The only ones I don't ignore are like water and stretch. Gotta go. Okay, thank you for joining, even if it was short. You can always catch the VOD
What
later.
is Lily doing?
Wiley's just saying hi.
Lily.
We should honestly
Lily's
just take
walking
some
around
of
in
these scripts
Minecraft.
that we have, Candy Queen, and just like fucking approach like some studios like Netflix or whatever.
You
And
could,
do
you could.
animation and be all like, Funimation doesn't do animating. What's an animation studio? I don't know. You know, just approach an animation.
I'd say
studio. The problem with
Crunchyroll,
that is
but
the problem with that is if you approach a studio like that, you pretty much give them your characters and your assets.
yeah,
You
I
sign
don't.
away your rights to your characters and everything like that, and they get to do whatever they want with them. You don't get too much of a
Yeah,
say.
that's the scary part about that.
Yeah, meanwhile, like Webtoon, things like that, it's a lot of work, but you do it yourself. It's just not practical for us. Is the sad part.
Let's just make Minecraft role plays.
Are
Easy.
you guys planning on trying to make me sing for 20 minutes? Why, chat? Why? Like, I don't mind it, but this is lore. That can be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Is the musical almost over?
I think.
Like, literally, someone could die and you put on sing mode. I'm like, this
Like, I
dude
still
is
hear it.
dead.
Why is this still happening? Oh my god, I'm so exhausted.
My summary of Fallen. Fallen can change, angels cannot, for the better or for the worse. You and the people around you don't want to know your past, no matter how much you and everyone else say you do. You don't want to know why you were submitted to the torture that you have suffered, because it doesn't matter how much torture you suffered. The truth to suffered you suffered. The truth is going to hurt more than anything you have ever suffered, not just yourself. That's part 1. Oh god, there's a part 2.
6 hours stream because of this musical.
Are you good at art? Dude, I don't know. I just
Ruby.
do it. Years and years question their morals
Okay.
if you deserve punishment or could not shatter or
I am
hold
loud
on.
now, chat.
Or not, because chatter
Um,
yourself and the people around you, you're better off just accepting that you're just a living incarnation of the phrase, it's better if you don't know, because that's why fallen exists, so the angels that they use
Hello.
to be could hopefully change for the better. Oh, I
Okay.
cannot read. I'm sorry.
No.
But I understand what you're trying to say. It's basically like it's probably it's like hold on. It's literally what you said. It's better if you don't know kind of deal.
Are we
Or
ready
at
to
least
go
that's what
back
their
into the life
mindset
set?
is.
Absolutely. I'm so
Disney
sorry for the
places
wait, guys.
are pretty.
Okay,
you're
let's
good.
go back in,
Okay.
boys.
Let's pick up where we left off.
Wait,
Oh,
hold up. I gotta
fine.
reopen the dialogue.
Am I the only one that stayed in the dialogue?
Yeah, I just
Where
went
is
back
it?
there.
It's the thing after the what do you mean her?
Okay. During our encounter, you stated that I was not who I thought I was. I awakened to this land of floating isles, high above the clouds below the nebulous heavens. And when I was given form, I was told who I was. Or, I was told who I used to be. But I now know that such words were just falsehoods fed to me, and I was the fool to fall for them. I'm not who I think I am, I never have been. I had hardly realized how strange it was to awaken with these foggy memories and ideals, and yet to have this strong urge to act out of character without any explanation. Angels and fallen, neither deserve the fate that I would have inflicted upon them. I believed myself to just in wishing to eliminate angels and you all. I saw them as darkness that wished to overtake another innocent civilization. But none of that was true. So, you don't even know why you wanted to get rid of angels? It was as though those innate violent tendencies awakened within me upon my birth, and I cannot explain them. I had these memories of being queen or ruling my kingdom before it all fell to ruin and the darkness overtook everything. I can remember some names and faces. I can remember my name, but that's just it. It isn't my name. It never was. I was never that person. That great queen beloved by all, willing to risk herself to save her people. I am not her. I am merely anger, given form and power.
Okay, do you know who gave you that form and those powers? Who's your patron?
I'm sorry. I truly cannot tell you. For if I do, not even immortality will save you from their eyes. It
That's
takes a step
familiar.
back and looks down at its hands. I've done such atrocious things in this form. This accursed form. How could I have thought such abominations were just such behavior? Why did I allow such a monster to trick me? To think our actions were right? This goes against my very principles that were forced into the celestial form. This is not what she would have wanted.
You notice it's her form beginning to flicker.
I know what she would have wanted.
Queen, wait!
I'm truly sorry for what I have done. I wish to save what little I could from the darkness, that which she failed to do in life. But I became that very darkness that took her life, and the life of her people.
Slowly, her form begins to turn to stardust. Her eyes look up at you all.
You were the light that I could never hope to be. The light that she needs now.
Queen!
Please, allow me to do this for you. Allow me to right my wrongs by doing one last thing right. This is what she would have wanted. I am not a queen. I am not their savior. I was their downfall. But you are their saviors. So do not cry. For the first time, I will make a decision for myself. This is what I want.
You can faintly see a smile form in her otherwise dark and celestial face.
She's waiting for you, heroes.
Before your eyes, Queen would extend her arms, allowing herself to turn into glittering stardust, disintegrating into nothingness. She's gone.
Queen. I can't believe that just happened. She took care of us.
She did what she thought was right.
She redeemed herself.
Yeah.
She wasn't the bad guy here. For once,
She never was.
it was this bastard.
How the hell did he turn himself
And
into
she
an
did so
abomination?
many bad things, but still, in the end, she made it right.
She did.
She defied her nature, what she was created to do. That's impressive.
You're right. It was.
I don't know who they were. Queen, not queen, some weird mix. But I guess we'll never know now.
No, we won't. What were they talking about? Eyes. Have they told us more even we couldn't evade?
It sounds really familiar. Like we've heard someone else say the exact same thing.
It kind of reminds me of her patron. How they kept saying they couldn't tell us more because of
Benefactor.
You're right. They said stuff like that before. Maybe not that exact wording, but the same implication.
Some pieces of this puzzle are starting to slide into place.
Yeah.
And some things are starting to make sense. But we're going to all of these places. They're connected. I'm sure of it now.
I agree. I think you're right.
And I think they have some connection to the person we're trying to chase after in all of this. When I said CL, it almost looked like that Celestial recognized that name. Like there was some kind of familiarity there. I don't know how all of these pieces to this puzzle slot together and in what order, but it definitely feels like there's some kind of connection here. In some way, shape, or form, all of these places have some story that they're trying to tell us.
I agree. This is...
What's going to be the end for the overarching story? That's the true question.
Yeah, here's the second one. What's that?
What?
What's what?
That.
Yeah. Oh, what?
What? Am I saying something?
Yeah, you're a bit... That was not there.
I was just looking for the exit.
Oh!
Oh.
What?
Oh.
What?
Has this always been here? No, no
No.
way.
There's a friend in there.
So many wings.
Whoa.
What?
A big friend.
Oh.
Wait, look.
Hey, that's chandelier.
No, not just that. The statue. The
Yeah.
jewel on its forehead.
You're right.
That's Queen.
The actual queen.
She's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it in your pants.
That's
What the-
not what I meant.
Just
You're
It's
not
like
gonna
such
murder us,
thing.
right? You don't got a murder on for us?
Don't think it's a statue.
Not that,
Everything.
dummy.
Hi.
I don't know.
We cool?
We cool?
Hello?
hasn't tried to kill us yet.
The Water Guardian, the same one as before, stands before the paths carefully. It considers you all as you approach, lowering itself to stand in the Queen's shape before you. Welcome to the bathhouse of Her Majesty. Wait, so this is the bathhouse. This is the one that all those books talked about, like on the skyline. It bows its head. You have been marked worthy by the guardians of Her Majesty's waters.
What does being worthy mean?
Your strength in battle was formidable, and your hearts were not tainted with malicious intention. However, worth can be measured across individuals as well. Some of you are more worthy than others to partake in Her Majesty's waters.
More worthy?
It looks over each of you all carefully before noticing the vial in Marshy's possession. You. That vial.
Huh? You mean this thing?
You hold up the blessing of fortitude to the guardian. It bows its head carefully. You have been gifted a blessing. I see. It slowly begins to walk back into the waters. Please, partake in the waters and take what you wish to collect. Bathe within the pools of the Queen and feel your energy magnify. The power of Her Majesty is at your command. As quickly as it came, the creature would turn into nothing but water, spilling back into the pools around you, causing the water to ripple before going completely still once more. The water shines and glitters with polarized energy. So this was the power of the real Queen. Well,
You heard it, I guess.
yeah, Dummy said you were the most worthy, which is bullshit.
No, it's not. She took down Adam Rex. You have to acknowledge that.
Whatever. Just go do your dumb thing.
That's his jealousy speaking.
Yeah, try not to fuck up these jumps.
Hey, be nice. She's more capable than you think.
Yeah, she actually made them.
You...
Okay.
Whoa.
That's it?
You feel any different?
I don't know. Maybe a little?
Maybe it's something you won't notice at first.
Oh my god.
No! It's okay.
You know what? It was almost too perfect of a moment. So on brand. I was almost convinced that this was an imposter. At least now I know it's the real Marshy.
Maybe it's a delayed response. It must have been the water. Maybe it made you weak for a second.
God
It's
damn
okay.
it.
It's okay.
So it filled up?
Thank you, Alaskan, for the
It
raid.
filled up.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations. I guess now you have bottled that. It said
Magic
her power?
Water.
The books detailed it being able to restore people. Amplify abilities.
And you just bathed in that as well.
Yeah,
Maybe you're
now
gonna be
you're
one heck of a lot
better at being
stronger.
useless.
Hey!
Hey,
Hey.
remember back in Aetheria before we left? What would happen
No.
with that?
Maybe you can do it extra slow now.
Hey! That's not how that works!
I'm really
Extra
tempted to push you
fast.
into the water, but I won't do that.
Trust me, I get that feeling every single day with him.
Look, point is, I guess we see the pattern. You got that stupid necklace. I, once upon a time, had a blue charge. And now,
Maybe you'll get it back.
Oh my god, they're all blue!
you've got
Oh,
some
yeah.
energy running through you.
Mm-hmm.
Blessing of Fortitude. It's so ironic for you.
Oh, come on.
Come on, I'm kind of impressed. I want to revel in this. Wow.
You
One
say
time.
impressed, but it's an insult.
What do you mean? Just out of everyone here, the one that dies the most, she is the most fortuitous. If you think about it.
This is as close as you're gonna get to a compliment, even though he's telling you die the most.
I mean, I was actually kind of gonna agree. It's a little ironic.
Yeah.
You're stronger than you think, Mallow. Genuinely.
Or maybe lack of strength in some ass-backwards way is its own strength.
I mean, when you guys were all panicking about losing your weapons, I kept trying to fight. Because I guess I'm just used to not really being able to do much.
Yeah, you were actually about to punch her. That was
I
almost
was literally
stupid.
about to use my
but
Fist of Fury!
to be honest, that's typically how you fight. You're right, there wasn't much of a difference there, was it? You having stuff and not having stuff, there's barely like a power gap there, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, okay, we're about to be treading in dangerous territory
No,
here.
like
Let's
nothing changed for her. Do you see how that was an advantage in that one specific scenario?
Okay, but
Oh
there's
my
so
God.
much insult to injury put in that statement.
It's remarkable. The one instance where Marcy could have rose above, she actually did. The one instance where she was actually could have done something, and it could happen. That's amazing.
And it can happen again.
I'll just fail at
Maybe.
parkour every time I have a moment. Every single time I have a moment, I'll fail at parkour, even if it's simple.
Remarkable. Well, now
Well,
you've
maybe.
not only do you have that bath water, I guess now imbued in you.
Oh, don't say bathwater like that. That makes it sound dirty.
It's bathwater. It's a
But it makes it
bathhouse.
sound dirty.
And I guess you gotta keep some with you. Wait a second.
Yeah,
This place,
it's pretty.
not just that, but it's still polarized, right? It looks like almost all of that energy comes from here. It's almost limitless.
Oh.
And when Levin bathed in a small amount of it, oh my god.
Hmm?
This could cure Fallen.
This act.
You think so?
When Levin bathed in a small amount of polarized water, her powers came back and her wings turned to a lighter shade. I wonder if a
You're
Fallen
right.
bathed in this.
Could they regain their purity?
Or would they want to?
Well,
don't
they
know.
wouldn't retain. They wouldn't retain their memories, so they'd still be the same person.
But not necessarily. I mean, I'm sure a lot of Fallen may want that, but not everyone.
Shit,
Some
our
might
friends.
be happy with...
Oh, my god! Okay.
Wait, what do you think Adam did to them?
I don't know, just follow me, okay?
Rook is really strong.
Me and my giant brain, I think I know a fast way that we can get down. Oh, that wall blew open. Not important!
No, it's not.
Bubble bear.
Just put some hustle into it.
Are we going to the very bottom?
Maybe? I don't know. Follow me!
Okay.
Last time we saw them was in the basement.
And there she goes.
I am assuming we're jumping.
We sped run.
That's not all the way at the basement, though. Come on.
This weird. Okay.
Come along. Wait.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
It's not the
Ah!
Hold on. I've got a genius idea. We need to get lower. And by
Okay.
lower, I mean low. Whoa, there's vines here now. Wait, dope?
What?
Were there always vines here?
No,
Nope.
there
But
wasn't.
I praise your knowledge.
Here, Mercy.
Mercy, you suck. A bunch. Okay!
Is
Was there like just instant karma?
wait.
That sucks.
Oh,
Come
I
on.
See. Wait. Oh, I see now what you guys. Oh,
Nope.
I see.
Go. Yeah, right?
Absolutely not.
Where's Cam?
Come on!
Bubble baby.
That was
Just
really
like me.
sad.
Let's go! Why won't it work? Oh,
There we go.
Whee!
By the way, I'm laughing
You're
now.
flying!
Just replied to it. He
Ow!
replied to the bubble baby.
Lily's
Oh,
flying!
shit.
God damn it! Why is it going back up?
You
Is there a
raised
redstone
me
signal? It just
up.
instantly went back up. Put us down. Why can't I send us down?
I can't send us down.
Ah!
There we go.
Oh shit. Okay, guys.
Okay,
you're
wait,
right,
hold the
you're
corner.
right. Corner.
Which corner? Oh, that corner.
Run, 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 run. Yes!
Let me out, let me out.
What the fuck is this? This is horseshit. Okay, here. Convenient.
Yay.
Shit.
Mercy.
Love it. It's not convenient if we all go at once.
Dum-dums.
Y'all,
Wait.
Dum-dums?
Okay.
one at a time.
Okay.
Make a single file line. There you go.
Punch Lily and
Okay,
tornado
okay,
work.
okay. Where were God, this place is a maze!
They were
Were they this way?
across.
I can't
Wait,
see.
let's see.
Yeah, they weren't in this part.
Okay.
Come on, come
Which
this
part
way.
were they in? Where? That way.
Where? Oh, I see.
I think.
We'll
Hello.
figure it out.
What the fuck, guys? I went out the goddamn wall.
What?
What's wall?
You all
There's a big
suck.
hole?
You're really bad.
We didn't see you, bro.
I said
Oh, I
follow
see.
me. What did you do?
We
Down
lost you
here.
immediately.
Oh god, where's my gauntlet?
Snap your ankles.
Oh, my ankles.
I don't need them. I got
See,
y'all.
Hurry
Of
up!
course it is.
try to get them. No.
Bad, you guys are actual dog
In
shit.
fairness, I can't see. Oh no, no.
Please move slower.
Do.
You know what? Riley can beam her way back over. Let's keep going.
Beam me.
Shit, over there. Maybe? Right? Over here?
Yeah, they were like in the. They were like to the right.
One of these two. Other way, it's this
To the
way.
right. To the right. Like they were in there. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Oh my god.
I got sweet jumps. Don't even worry about it. I've got moves. Through here? Right? Yeah, it was through here.
You're right. Yes, I remember.
Eating my berries.
They're okay. They're on but they don't look
They're
great.
okay? Oh,
What?
it's here. What happened?
I'm
What
almost
happened? What happened?
Move it!
Shit, I'm coming.
We're literally going as
um,
fast as we can. I don't know where Cam is.
Which
I'm
one
right
do we
behind.
talk to?
Oh my god, Rook.
Is there like an order?
I don't
Rook?
know.
Oh, okay.
Rook is closest.
Rook tends to a wound in his shoulder and irritation, removing more of his bandages on his arm to stop the bleeding. His jaw is tight. I knew it. I said it, didn't I? I said it. He hisses in rage. You notice his sword is by his side, some of the bandages around the blade missing. The color purple glints through the dark bandages, allowing you to see the blade for what it truly is for the first time. The blade is made of Zaynite. What the hell happened? I thought Adam was dead! So did we! He snaps at you for a minute before gritting his teeth in pain. He calmly inhales and exhales. So did we. It just so happens that he had one more fight left in him. Before we could even stop him, he stood up and attacked while our backs were turned.
Are you okay?
He nods. Got me in the shoulder, but I'll be fine.
Rook, your sword.
He glances at his sword, noticing the true color of the blade shining through the bandages. He sighs. Damn it.
You've been using Xanite all along?
Don't. He picks up the sword, beginning to unravel the bandages carefully to show it to you fully. It's seen as taboo to use something like this, and I'm not proud of it. I know it's evil and dark, but it's what kept people safe and reverent, so I don't care. If you came back down here, then something must have happened in the upper tower. Did you find Adam? What about the Celestial? They're both taken care of. Queen actually even helped us in the end. What are you talking about? Look, she wasn't like the other Celestial. She was self-aware, and she was being manipulated by Adam. You're not making any sense. He winces a bit, bringing a hand up to his shoulder. A Celestial having morals? Give me a break.
It's true, though.
Whatever. He stands with some slight difficulty before looking toward the open vault ahead in the hallway. You should check on Echo, though. She took a nasty hit to the side earlier for that angel. He grits his teeth again. Told you not to trust an angel. Especially not one in a goddamn lab coat!
Rook,
I told you that we couldn't trust him, but now you're telling me that not only was he tricking us, but he was the mastermind! Why can't you trust me when I say you can't trust someone? Why can't you trust that I know what I'm talking about, and that you can't trust... He pauses, inhaling and exhaling calmly. Rook, were you an angel from the facility? Were you one of the experiments? He goes a bit pale. Why do you ask? Because you have scars, you really don't trust angels, and you really seem to care about Bliss. He doesn't answer, looking at the ground. Xander was the only angel that ever made me feel like a person. That facility treated me like garbage. They made me feel like I was nothing. He glares. And when this Valkyrie came to stop them, they didn't do anything different. They put those of us that survived in cages like animals. Then Xander showed up.
I'm so sorry, Rook.
Just don't say sorry. I don't want to hear it. Go check on Echo already. I don't need your sympathy, and I don't need your help. Just let him cope in his own way. Galen.
Galen, are you okay?
Galen stands near the now open vault with a conflicted expression, staring at a splatter of blood on the ground near him.
Galen, what the hell happened here?
We'll never know.
Yep.
You went to fight Queen, and we thought that he was dead, but he had a knife, and just when he was about to hit me, Echo, she... He looks up toward the open vault, putting a hand over his mouth, tears forming in his eyes again. I couldn't move. How could you just let Adam escape? I don't know. He looks down at a small purple dagger on the ground near him. Echo got hurt defending me. And he gave me this to finish the job, but... He shakes, putting his head in his hands in shame. I couldn't. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Galen.
I wanted to. I really did. All I could see was red, and I was so angry. She killed Bliss. My darling little Bliss, but I just... Why? Why did she take that hit from me? Why did she defend me? I hit her. I said such horrid things in rage.
Galen, listen to me. Where is Echo now?
She opened the vault and went inside.
Thank you, Galen.
Shit! The blood leads this way.
Relax. She's maybe fine. Oh
Sound like
my
you could care
god.
any less.
What the?
Shit. Echo. Echo stands inside the vault, looking over a number of the books on the table. Her eyes are relatively empty as she holds a hand to her side in pain, her palms slick with her discolored fallen blood. Oh my god! Echo! Are you okay? She doesn't respond to you immediately, looking past you towards the vault door. He wasn't lying.
Huh?
I guess a part of me was hoping that he was grasping at straws or something, but he wasn't lying. This was Eve's vault. And I was the only one that could open it.
Echo.
I'm a monster. No, you are not. You really think I didn't overhear you? Just because I was still processing everything? I heard everything. How could I not? You trusted Adam. We trusted Adam. We all fell for his sick game, but me? I trusted him decades before any of you even met him. Decades that I can't even remember, and I worked with him to do all of this. Echo, that wasn't you, though. That was Eve. You're not the same. Is there a difference? Fallen angels lose their memories, but not their muscle memory. Not their instincts. The first chance I got to return to Aetheria, and I used it to try and kill more innocent people. I don't have a reason to be upset at King Seraph. How can I just be mad at him for taking my life away when I used it to do all of this? She holds back tears. I spent so much time with the people in Reverence when I was the one that made them so afraid of their own island. I was the one that killed their family and turned them all into those twisted creatures. She brings her hands up to her head. I can't get the images out of my head. Those were people. They were living, breathing people who were in pain, who wanted to die. How am I supposed to live as Echo when all I can think about is what Eve did? I knew that she must have had done something wrong. But she was the leader of all of this, and now that's on my shoulders. Ugh. She winces, kneeling down on the ground and putting both of her hands on the wound in her side. Damn it! I didn't want this! Why was I so selfish? All of this is my fault!
What are you talking about?
I pushed you all to come up to Aetheria. I said that I wanted answers, but this entire trip has been nothing but pain, misery, and death. It's like I can't even get away from it. It follows me everywhere. Is this my punishment? If I wasn't so stubborn and never asked you to come up to Aetheria to get answers for myself, none of this would have happened.
Look, if we didn't come up here, then more people would have died.
saying nothing.
Echo. You threw yourself in front of that knife for Galen. Why?
He has every right to hate me. The one thing that he cared for the most in this world, I snatched it away from him and turned it into something hideous. I don't blame him in the slightest. That being said, you really thought that I would just stand there and let him get hurt? He had nothing to do with this mess but me. I deserve this. But in the process, we couldn't catch up to Adam and he escaped.
He's dead. It's over now, Echo.
What about Queen?
She's gone too.
She sighs a bit in relief. As long as the people in Reverence stay safe, that's all that matters. She looks around the vault, still wincing. You can go ahead and look around. I don't want to be here anymore. She slowly begins to stumble out of the vault.
Echo, wait up.
She doesn't look back as she begins to stumble out of the vault, ready to leave the palace.
These logs.
What?
I have no idea what the order is here. Some of them are in numerical order, but this one's called Valkyrie log. That one might be at the end.
Could be.
Personal log 1. After the creation of Zaynite, I decided to keep most of my research a secret from my partner. Although Adam has a number of intellectual ideas, it is clear to me that his intentions are possibly not as centered in science as my own. Discovery is important to me as well as him, but he seems pressed with these grotesque experiments. Granted, I do not disagree with his methodology, but he certainly understands how to make such search for discovery distasteful. Collection of blood and creation of these assimilated creatures is one thing, but I'm beginning to grow tired of their screams. Perhaps... are we... Oh, no, don't be ridiculous. This is the way of discovering an advancement. Sometimes you must make sacrifices for the good of the entirety of Aetheria. Notes on Zaynite. This gemstone can be created when a ruby is infused with dark power from the blood of a very dark creature, such as these fallen abominations. Although it is no more than a cursed ruby, the darkness in the substance mixed with the gemstone appeared to change the properties of the gemstone itself. For instance, the gem can grow stronger the more it is used. It appears to be quite resilient to damages. However, that being said, it is rather volatile at times due to how dark it is. Log 2. I've had to lock my vault due to the amount of questions I've been asked regarding my research. I cannot let the others learn of how volatile this material can be. Interestingly enough, I've realized that, in fact, Zaynite is still capable of creating weapons and armor, just as Ruby is. I wonder what the full capabilities of these weapons are. Zaynite is quite durable from what I've seen in my study of the gemstone's capability to withstand physical abuse, so weapons or armor made of this gemstone should be rather interesting. I would not call myself good with a weapon, but I could certainly do what I can to wield one. I have found that the weapons, although being so lightweight, do have their downsides after extended uses. However, that is certainly a side effect I would be willing to look past. I've noticed that after using such a dark weapon as an angel for an extended period of time, my hands begin to tingle and tense, as if my muscles fail me. While this may seem like a distasteful consequence, I still find it rather limitless. After all, I doubt I will require many moments to use this weapon. Log 3. This has not gone according to plan. During one of my tests with Zaynite, I must have done something wrong. Granted, my mind has been rather distant lately. I placed too much of the dark, abominable substance inside of my vial of rubies, and they all became unstable. But before I could react, they began to tremble, and the energy began to expand. There's a bright purple light, and I felt such an overwhelming energy surround me, radiating outward. Suddenly, it all stopped. But I already heard the chaos from beyond my cursed vault door. Shouting and yelling ensued. The rubies turned purple. Where did that come from? Where are Adam and Eve? Damn it. I was hiding out in this vault until this blows over. I'm hiding out in this vault until this blows over. Hopefully this is localized and will not bring any attention to our experiments, but I'm not so sure. Havoc outside is greater than ideal. I've heard Adam shouting outside. Valkyrie report log. According to the books we found within the inner sanctum, the suspect Eve, member of the Council of Elysium Advancement, indeed used numerous fallen and twisted experiments to create the dark energy explosion, turning all rubies within the Aetherian provinces into the gemstone known as Zaynite. All employees have been detained, and Eve herself has been taken into custody of the Kingdom for Falling. Although her logs discuss of a partner, no proof of partnership has been found. A fellow council member of Elysium, Xander, has reported to the scene. However, his interference in the custody of Fallen has proved to be troublesome. Still, there are no signs of these abominations referred to within the texts. The vault door is locked. I can't get out. What's going on? What are those noises outside? These horrible groans and shuffles.
Oh, shit.
I noticed that, yeah.
I think I have a theory on what went wrong, why she was caught out. That kind of thing doesn't just happen from you dumping some dark liquid on that. That's naive. I think it has something to do with what Marshy has in her pocket now.
You think?
The polarity on this place. It amplifies.
Oh, shit.
That's the incident. And it could have only happened in a place like this. It must have amplified the dark energies from that transmutation and infected everything in the entirety of these isles. That explains why there aren't many rubies up here, and why they held one up in the museum in Wintertide.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Still... we need to fight these Celestials. Going forward, I don't think these things are going to get easier. And we still have one more region to deal with. We have to find one more trial.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about any of you, but I'm not going in there empty-handed. We don't have a choice.
This stuff?
Do the ends justify the means? Because I think they do.
No, you're right. It's the same thing with Rook.
As horrible as this is,
knows-
it's the one way.
It's the only way.
This needs ammo. Render. Okay. Maybe.
Stock up. Maybe take some samples. You never know when these gemstones could come in handy.
Yes, yeah.
They have bolts and someone has like a something that needs darts. There's darts here.
Yeah, I have a dart.
Over
Dang.
here.
I guess it's a good thing Eve experiment with different types of weapons.
Oh, there's some over here too.
We've got something for all of our styles, mostly.
I've never used a dart blower, but
Well, I did say mostly. Here, catch.
I mean,
I'll have to be careful about using ammo though.
should I take a sword as backup? Just in case?
Maybe.
There's some more stuff up here, Marshy.
I still have
Top
this
shelf over here.
I'll hold on to these
Oh, I
gemstones.
see.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to grab some too?
Might as well. We never know.
I grabbed a few.
This is the one place where we might find a plentiful supply of these. We can dispose of them and whatever atrocities created them when we're done here. But as it stands, as horrible as it is what Eve did, she was right in one regard. Her study might actually save Aetheria.
Yeah. Actually,
You're
might.
right.
Okay? I think we've got everything we can practically carry.
Yeah.
Hopefully a stack of darts is enough.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, I gave you everything I could.
I mean, I got this just in case the darts isn't enough.
Sure.
You're right, I should.
Let's get out of here.
Agreed.
This entire place is horrifying.
And it's gonna stay here. Some things we just can't fix.
We can't change the past.
The duality of this area.
So pure
Good and bad.
yeah.
Everywhere. Above and below. Good and bad. Light and dark. Just makes everything gray.
You're right.
I can't see. I'm sorry.
I do love Rex pushing me.
You're really bad at
It's a great
jumping.
feeling.
How do we get out? Oh, we can go back to the hole. Come on.
Coming.
How did you know that?
Oh, I'm taking.
Rex, you're getting blood. Your blood is getting darker and darker by the minute. Absolutely.
This side of
Gotta be
this
careful to use
brightness
things
of
sparingly.
daylight is blinding.
The entire ground is just a single shade of black.
It's very hard to see the ground.
Damn.
But that is kind of pretty.
This weapon's not comfortable to work with, but
I assume it's only temporary.
yeah,
Use it when necessary.
that's the plan.
There's here.
Miley, put some hustle into it.
I can't see, Rex.
I'm gonna need you to open
You
your
don't
eyes.
understand. The only way I can see is the ferrocite on the bottom. Here.
Okay, I can't actually see the way back up. I
In
actually
another
can't.
2 to 3 months, it's back to
ladder
Rem.
Cam.
I
Cam,
actually
turn
can't
around.
see. I can't
Yeah,
see.
welcome to me, Cam. I haven't been able to see for
Oh,
Rex, if
oh,
you
I
drink
know, I
aether
see.
water, would your insides burn? Possibly, most likely, probably. It's a good thing that it's not really necessary right now.
Fuck.
Did you fall
I
out
need
of the
spec
ether?
too.
You're
Yes,
dumb.
because I have so many weapons in
Alright,
my inventory.
let's keep
and I couldn't
moving.
Find my Zephyr. No.
Whoa. Fell out of bounds for a second. I would like to leave, but it's physically impossible.
Yum.
Check the shit.
Hey, dummy!
Marshy.
You're gonna hit your head on
It's
the elevator.
I can bring it down.
Oh,
Alright.
I see what Marshy's doing. Ultimate
Maybe.
gamer move.
Can I
Yeah.
bring it down? I brought it
Come
down!
down. Come down.
It's
Rex,
going
Rex
down!
move. Wait,
Okay, well, we gotta
speed
get on it
We gotta speed
quickly,
on.
yeah.
Okay, 3, 2,
Go,
go.
go, 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 go!
Yes!
I believe.
Eventually, Lila will catch back up. Oh shit, what?
Oh.
Ow!
Ha.
Joke's on you, suckers. I actually just got a speed skip.
How did
Yeah,
you...
Oh, the
Now you assholes gotta get your ass to the top of the tower. JK, I'll
How
come
do you
down for
reload
you.
chunks?
F3A.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're not welcome.
Oh.
I know how to speed. Hold on. Take off
Probably
armor.
it's been like 5 months.
Marshy.
Yeah,
No.
we spent Christmas up here.
We have
Marshy.
spent.
I know what you're trying to do. I'll
We
help.
spent my birthday up here.
There you go, Marshy.
Cool.
Dum-dums, come on. Go up.
I'm on my way up.
There's a vine. Actually, come over here, Cam. Cam. Woo! Vine.
Oh, I see Vine.
Because you want to get up here.
Lily.
Oh.
Lily.
Sweet.
Wait, I went
I
the wrong way.
cannot see the Vine now through Lily.
Go
Wait,
left.
did I go the wrong way? I don't know where I am.
Do some
I went
sweet
the wrong way.
shimmies.
Yay! I did shimmies.
You're suck.
Oh.
You are suck.
Oh.
Come on.
I'm
Okay.
coming.
Now, let's investigate that hole all the way up here, because if we're lucky, that might be on
Wait,
the
I
same
might have to
level
get
as
outta
the
here.
entrance.
Oh wait, this is the
Think?
entrance.
Well, we're
I
this
made it
high
to the
up.
entrance by sheer accident.
That is true.
Yeah, this is the entrance.
Oh shit.
We're all the way back up. My fucking god.
What a maze.
This place is pretty though.
We have spent like 10 hours in this place.
Too long.
Yeah. Way too long.
It is
It's pretty,
gorgeous.
though.
It's such a shame that it
Maybe
got
they could use it
destroyed.
as their shrine again.
They
But
can
it's
get
not a
in
shrine,
now.
it's a palace.
Maybe they could use it as their home.
Who knows?
Maybe.
I'm not sure about that one though. That bottom area.
That
yeah.
would not be ideal for them at all.
I
Yeah, actually.
don't want to stay here any longer than we have to, guys.
Yeah, let's
Let's
get
leave.
out of here.
Come on.
Dub.
That was
Lily
Lily.
went. Whoa.
Oh! I just saw Jesus.
Actual light. Sunlight.
I forgot what the
Real
sky looked like.
light.
Thank God
Oh
it's
my
not
Right.
nighttime.
God.
Or
So after everything we've learned,
Mhm.
I guess now we
Where
can
are
come
you?
back over here and look at this area in a whole new light.
Oh, the garden? Oh, I forgot. This is Queen.
Rest in peace,
Mhm.
both of you, I guess.
Yeah.
Queen we
least.
knew, and then the real
And-
queen.
One who did everything to protect her people.
Maybe in some way they were both real.
That's what I
Yeah.
like to believe. Maybe they weren't one and the same, but they wanted the same things. Hmm.
Take care, Graham.
Let's head back to Reverence.
All hail queen.
Fuck, which way is that?
I
This
think
way.
way?
this way we hit another thing, and then after that we make a right.
Yeah, we head right and then we keep going right.
Yep.
We have
and
to go
then-
around this first.
Yep.
Little queen miner.
There should be something coming up on our left.
Big hole.
Not a big hole.
You got a big hole.
Dude?
Max?
What?
Yeah. If we keep going straight now, we should be able to hit it.
Come on, that was a good one. I couldn't resist.
Nah. You've done better.
Damn it.
You have done better. I know we're heading in the right direction because there's no grass in this area.
I was not going to acknowledge
You're
that.
right. This is the. We know we're heading in the right direction because Cat can't do her job.
Yeah, no! What? That's not what I meant!
We're
Okay,
here.
I can already. Yeah, see, you made Cat cry.
I went the
Look
wrong
what
way.
you did.
That's not what I meant!
I took a wrong turn and now I am lost forever.
I'm in reverence. It's just a
I
matter
Let's
of
go-
where.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Let's regroup at the house.
Hey,
Hard to tell which one's our house with the doors blown off.
Map.
this is. We need
the
to go
rock.
right.
No, we go through here when we go left.
I love you, Cat. I'm sorry.
No, she doesn't, Cat. Her true colors just showed.
I'm sleeping. No.
Here's our house.
I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just
Yes.
bad.
Let's just rest for a little bit.
Ugh.
And then immediately
Yeah,
get back
let's-
to it, okay?
Right.
Yes,
Oh, where the fuck is
After
the
that
village?
shit. What?
How am I so far away?
What? Marshy?
I took one wrong turn and
It
Dumb
worked.
dumb.
Go sit on the couch.
I'm frozen. I'm frozen. I'm frozen. I'm frozen. Okay.
She's good.
You're the
She's good.
worst.
let's just
Close
take a
your
breath.
eyes, dum dums.
I'm going to sleep. morning.
Sup, dum-dums.
Yeah, morning.
Enough rest. We need to get ready to head out.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's go find everyone.
It's nice sleeping on that table.
Oh,
over
this
here.
ruins.
Hmm.
There's Hecky. There's
I feel
Gale,
bad leaving the place
Celio,
like
and
this,
Sloth.
but
They'll rebuild.
exactly, at least they still have a place to live. Sloth sits near Celio, looking over you all carefully. I guess this is it, huh? Seems like it. Man, I don't think I can count on one hand how much you've done for this place. It's, definitely, probably 13, maybe more. What do you think?
In my opinion, it doesn't really matter. We just wanted to help.
Good answer. Makes you look real humble, you know? She puts her hands behind her head, relaxing against a wall and looking up towards the clouds. I kinda got used to being your neighbor. It's gonna be kinda lonely to wake up from my naps and see an empty house.
We have to get back to Aetheria.
Oh, trust me, I get it. You got your busy hero lives and everything. Don't let me stop you from getting back to all that. I'm just saying, it'll be weird without you. You really made an impact, you know? And in a month or so, not bad.
Y'all will be alright, right?
Oh, yeah, we'll be fine. I mean, I like to think that we'll be fine as long as we have each other. Even if the family is a bit smaller than before. But those sorts of things happen, you know? Can't exactly expect a life of complete peace as a fallen, especially up in Aetheria.
We're gonna try to fix that.
If you can't manage it, I won't blame you. But it's nice thought, you know? Just, if you're gonna head out, can I ask you something?
What's up?
If you're gonna go out there, try not to die, okay? And if you see any more fallen, point them our way. Don't forget about us, okay? I promise. We won't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, maybe your titles do mean something. She straightens up. Oh, and if you come by again, bring Celia with you, yeah? It'll be quiet without someone like him. Guy really knows how to talk in the good way. She winks at you before walking off.
Ayo?
Oh,
Shut up.
Celia?
Let me have my.
Cellulose? There we go.
There we go.
Cellulite?
You're lame. Celia...
Aw.
Celia would be standing with Sloth, rubbing the back of his neck. It feels like yesterday that we got here. Ah, who the hell am I kidding? Feels like it's been an eternity! I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's still great, you know? It was awesome. It was a...
You don't have to try so hard, Celio. I get it.
Sloth chuckles a bit.
Are you almost ready, Celia?
I already said my goodbyes, actually. Just waiting on you guys.
Oh, sounds good.
He looks across the city as repairs are underway. You know, I feel like I learned a lot here. I I never really thought about the other side of falling. I only had one perspective, but now I feel like I understand a lot more about everything. Life isn't as straightforward as they teach you in Aetheria. They preach that Angel is good and Fallen and Groundling is bad, but there's so much more to that, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
I don't know. It's something to think more on, right? He chuckles a bit, rubbing the back of his neck. Can I be honest? Was something wrong? No, nothing like that. I guess it's just... I know that earlier I said stuff about how I lived a peaceful life before I decided to go with you. Before now, everything for me was stable, if that makes sense. I knew what I was supposed to do, and I did it, but ever since I started traveling with you guys, I've found so many more ways to use this power I have, and I feel like I've learned more than I ever have before. I don't know. I wanted you to know that I've had fun. Besides almost getting killed a couple times and getting kidnapped, but everything besides that has been really fun.
I'm glad to hear that.
Now then, let's get the hell out of here, yeah? Have you guys seen Tori? We can go find her. Come on. Oh, that's a little Easter egg.
Shit. Apple
Guess we'll head around this way.
And
We'll make our way there.
Levin.
Levin and Triss. Levin would be helping Triss to move some of the rubble around the area carefully. She notices you and gives you a two-fingered salute. Did not know you were back. I assume it is done then.
Yep, it's over.
She nods, mildly impressed. Perhaps angel heroes are more tough than I thought. Barely have a scratch on you. Like strong greatwood tree, you did not let stampede or storm knock you down. Then again, I could have guessed as much after seeing you defend city, huh?
We try, I guess.
Okay. She flutters her wings about it. I attempted to use helio powers. It is like I thought. Powers were probably used up in assault. She looks at her hands. But it does not matter. Color of wings never mattered to me. Angels and fallen are just two states of being. What matters is heart.
Hard. Huh.
Ah. She places a hand on your heart. You have a good heart. Better than some in village. And sometimes good heart can do good things. Other times good heart can do bad things. Good people make mistakes and bad people can make good choices. Life is not black and white. Yeah, and what about your heart? She shrugs. I suppose it is yet to be determined yet. I am not saint, and I will not pretend to be saint like precious Angel King, but I will respect those with the strength to back themselves up. She bows her head. And I can say now that you are all people that I can respect.
Thanks, Levin.
I suppose then that your work in reverence is coming to close? And we're heading back to Aetheria. As expected. She nods to you for a moment before turning back to her work. Well, if that is all then, I suppose it is goodbye. I am afraid I am not best at those. She pauses for a moment, her wings lowering slightly before she looks back at you, her expression softening slightly. But to you, Eros, I say, do svidaniya.
Thank you for everything, Levin.
До свидания.
Yeah.
Triss works at clearing some of the rubble with Levin, wiping her brow. She notices you and blinks a bit. You're back, huh? Yeah, and it's over. Queen's gone. Her eyebrows raise slightly. And what about the falling that she took?
They're gone too.
She's quiet for a moment before sighing, massaging the bridge of her nose. I guess being hopeful was a bit unrealistic. She takes a moment to think about the situation for a long time before looking back up at you. But it's all right.
It is?
What matters now is that we don't let anyone in this village forget them. They're still a part of this damn family, even if they're not around us anymore. Maybe they didn't matter to the angels, but they matter to us. So I won't let anyone forget about them. You know, I have to hand it to you. You proved me wrong. You really did. I thought you were out to get us or something. I mean, you were the heroes of Aetheria. Angels didn't want to help us, so why would you, right? But I was wrong. There, I know, but it happens. What the fuck?
Huh?
It scared me.
Who did that?
That
What happened? I didn't hear anything.
I think it's Marshy then.
Marsha, you suck.
I'm sorry.
Marshy, it sounded like someone inhaled your mic.
She just
twice.
went.
No, but
Yeah.
you sounded normal when you did that, Rex.
You're right. What the
Yeah.
fuck, you,
I
Marsha?
might have bumped my cord.
You suck.
Okay, there we go.
Rare, I know, but it happens. You are better than I thought you were.
Thanks, Triss.
You're still weak, though. If you weren't immortal or something, I would have mopped the floor with you. But hey, you make up for that by actually being decent, I guess. So, what are you going to do now? Well, we're going to go back to Aetheria and finish off these Celestials once and for all. She rubs the back of her neck, taking a step forward. If anyone's gonna do it, I'm placing my bets on you. She gives you a slight grin. But either way, know that the rest of us around here will be alright. We'll take care of each other. Yeah, you do that. Watch it, demon boy! She stretches her arms. Good luck out there, and... She hesitates before eventually groaning. Ugh, thanks. For everything. Maybe Xander did have you more figured out than I thought.
Goodbye, Triss.
Where she
She's
rectangular
not
her
calling me
way for.
princess anymore. Better than
Phoenix.
vanilla.
Oh god.
Phoenix.
Phoenix looks over the barricade, I'm terrified. Carefully, crouching behind the bushes, her eyes narrow. She notices you and quickly shushes you, motioning for you to lay low behind the bush.
Phoenix, what are you doing?
Probably looking for a child-eating monster.
Yep, for sure.
The village has been subject to misfortune numerous times. I'm certain there's some kind of malicious omen within this forest, awaiting the proper opportunity to strike.
Okay, Phoenix, there is no omen, and we already killed the child-eating Pinacida.
Pinacida was a mere piece of the puzzle. There must be more waiting in the dark, watching our every moves, cursing us with this series of unfortunate events, I'm certain of it. Her eyes quickly snap in one direction, and in a quick flourish, she pulls back her bow and fires in the direction. His sheep puff squeals as the arrow pins it against the tree. She blinks a bit. That was one of Crimson's.
Oh no.
Even more proof of the misfortune that has befallen our settlement.
I think actually it's less proof of misfortune. And more proof of your paranoia.
Paranoia? She narrows her eyes at you all. I'm not paranoid, and I'm not crazy. There's something bigger afoot. Something like... She pauses. her eyes widening. Of course. How could I have not seen it before? Seen what? Pinacida was merely an underling, an agent of chaos meant to test your capabilities before the culprit fully showed itself to devour us whole. The Calico Mists.
The what?
An ancient mist that has brought nothing but ruin in its wake. It would rest above the clouds, obscuring the paths of any oncoming airships, causing tons of wreckages to those who were not clever enough to see past it. Okay, that's called fog. No, it is the Calico Mists! This must be what's resting over reverence. It lies in wait for a moment of weakness before it will swallow us all into obscurity, wreaking havoc. As if I would let such a thing come to pass. I will find the mist and thwart it. I'm the only one who can.
Well, you can have fun with that. We gotta get out of here, Phoenix.
Be careful on the mists! If they're around this island, it is possible their move will be to target your very ship. You must be vigilant in the wilderness. You are able to defeat Pinacida. You are formidable. But the mist will give no warning.
Thanks, I guess.
Perhaps our paths will cross once more in the hunt. But if they don't, I will assume the mist has consumed you. I will not let you die in vain, my friends.
Bye, Phoenix.
You know,
In some way, I actually appreciated that.
Yeah.
I do too.
I
but
understand
also-
the sentiment.
I feel like it would have been way better if Pinacida didn't actually exist. But the fact that it did.
I don't know, she kind of had validity there. I'm slightly kind of paranoid about this Calico mist now.
No.
You know, let's not worry about it.
No,
Let's not worry about it.
no, maybe
it's
we'll
just
be lucky and
fun.
avoid it.
It's
Just
just
fine.
gonna be in the back of my
They can
mind
deal with-
now
they can deal
from
with this
here
problem.
on forever. We're gonna get back on that ship. I'm not gonna be able to not think about it.
That's
Hecky!
whoever's driving the ship's
Oh.
problem. It's fine.
Do not
Hecky!
mention it around Quixote. Do not
yeah, don't
breathe
talk
a
to me. Do not
word.
talk
Oh
Okay,
my
we
god,
are
thank
all
God
in
he never
agreement.
met Fee.
If
Are we
Keem
all in
ever
agreement
met
on
Phoenix,
this?
we would all die. We would all be dead.
Okay.
It'd be
Are
the
we
literal
all-
end of the world.
Are we all in agreement not to tell Quixote about this?
Hello, Hecate.
Yes.
Oh
Fuck.
god,
Okay,
Hecate.
good.
Please, Hecate. Oh lordy, Hecate.
I'd like to
Broken.
instantly
I-
audit. That's why I didn't stay near the edge. I got really scared.
Okay.
Careful with the
let's
Zephyr.
wait-
That's why, dum dum.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, are we good? Are we good? Are we ready?
We're
waiting for Marcia to get here.
Yeah, we're fuming her.
We boomed in the opposite
She's
direction.
dead.
Marshy.
There we go.
Oh, she,
Give me a
hates
second.
me. She hates me.
Good.
There she goes.
Step on a pressure plate one more time.
Okay, I'm composed now.
She asked for it.
Read!
Okay. Hecky would be working near Crimson Needle and Tally. She would be organizing some medical supplies and attempting to fix up one of the stalls that was destroyed in the assault. She seems lost in thought.
Hey, Hecky.
Hecky looks up at you all in surprise. Oh, hello. I'm sorry I didn't see you there. Her expression is conflicted, but she shakes it off. Are you guys all right?
It's all over, Hecate. We did it.
That's great news. So the Celestials won't be coming after the Fallen anymore?
Well, Queen won't. She's gone. But there's still the other Celestials that show up at night.
Did you find the trial while you were there? I've been wondering about where it could have been.
Yeah, we did actually. And we got this vial thing.
You really just referred to the Blessing of Fortitude as a vile thing.
Just let her do it. Come on.
I guess that's 3 out of 4 then, right? You're one step closer to completing the legend and meeting the goddess.
Yeah, we just need to find the last one.
I'm sure you'll be able to do it. After all, you've come this far, you know? Her expression falters, and she glances away from you awkwardly as if she has more to say.
Well, we're getting ready to head out.
Right! Of course! I just... She hesitates. Is something wrong, Hecky? I don't know if I want to leave.
What?
It's nothing against you guys at all. You know that I love you guys. You helped me so much, and you've always been there for me when I needed someone. But while you were gone, I've realized something.
What is it?
That you can always be there for me. I could always count on you to protect me and to save people around me. But you could never count on me the same way. I wasn't an important player in your journey. I mean, sure, I was there for the ride, but I didn't do much to help you, even though I really wanted to. I'm not a fighter. I don't know how to protect people. It was hard for me to help people in Aetheria and around the provinces because of what I am. I am a fallen, you guys. And this is a village of fallen that I actually have the power to help.
Hecky, you were never just along for the ride.
But you don't need me. That's the thing. You can finish your mission without me, and you can defeat the cult without me. And that's because you guys are strong. I want to help. That's who I am. I want to be able to help people. And reverence is the place where I can. There are people I can help right here and right now. They've lost so much recently, and it will take time for them to heal. And even if they try to put on a brave face. That's how they've learned to cope with the fact that this entire realm doesn't care for them. They pretend that it doesn't bother them. But I don't want that to be the case anymore. I want to be able to show them that I am here, just like you were. Hecky. She smiles sheepishly. She smiles sheepishly. I'm sorry, I said a lot there, didn't I? I didn't mean for this to be awkward or anything. I just... This is what I want to do.
I understand, Hecky. If this is really what you want, then you should do it. You should stay here.
Thank you for understanding, Rex. Wait, what about Echo? We talked about it earlier, before you guys woke up from your nap, actually. She supported my decision and wished me well. But you... Hecky blinks in confusion. What do you mean? Hecky? Echo likes you!
Cam!
I'm sorry! It's the truth! Hecky stares at you for a moment.
Way to go, Cam!
I already knew that!
What?
Echo already told me how she felt. And, unfortunately, I just don't feel the same way. I love Echo, but not the way she wants me to. She's my best friend, and I always remember the times we had together. But, I don't feel romantically toward her. She said that she understood, and then she just wanted to tell me the truth before you all left. I really respect her for that.
Oh, I see.
I will always hold her close to my heart, though, and we agreed that staying friends is the best option. Even though we're going down very different paths now, we will always be friends. She blushes a bit. I guess in some ways, I'm still not over my last love either. He was always so kind to me, despite how different we were. And he was very powerful. But because of the ignorance acts, I had to leave him behind in Dramos. I wonder if he still remembers me sometimes.
Oh, wait, Troimos? Are you saying you fell in love with a dread?
Oh my god, this is a conversation I never thought I would be having.
She pauses, blinking a bit and backing up. I guess you can say that. He taught me a lot about his world, and he opened my eyes to how flawed the endurance acts were. Not all groundlings are so bad, you know?
And this wouldn't happen to be the reason why you chose to talk to me, would it?
She nods. I guess so.
Oh my god. Wait, okay, let me get this straight. Rex reminded you of the dread that you loved?
She goes bright red. Why did you have to say it like that?
Oh my god.
Okay. Did you have a crush on Rex?
Oh no.
What?
Don't you have a ship to get to? Look at the time. I guess we should just start saying our goodbyes, huh?
See you later, Hecky.
What? How can you be?
She smiles genuinely. See you around.
How can you be so chill about that?
Okay, you sweetheart.
I will miss you, Hecky.
You know, for someone who makes fun of Cam for like obsessing over ships, you got a lot of people who like you, man. Like I
Yeah,
don't know
like,
how to
literally,
put this
like-
out here.
Rex is like so blind to the fucking Lila situation. Like Rex is so fucking blind to that.
Right?
Bruh.
Really, she was asking
so
you on dates in
many dates.
Wintertide every single day, right?
Yeah, so many dates.
And to know that now Hecky also had what?
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm
This
glad
web
she
gets
got over
bigger.
it.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
And are we gonna just forget about the fact that a fucking goddess hit on you too?
Okay, maybe we should lay off of this one. Because now I'm starting to get a little bit shook, idiots!
Okay.
What about
And this is just
you,
the
huh?
people-
What about you?
What?
Should I start going to the list for you?
Oh my
I do
God.
not have a list.
I think you have a list.
Really?
I
to talk
just
about it on the
can't
boat.
make it right now, but I'm pretty sure you have a list.
Crawl space, Kenneth.
Exactly. You can't
Crawl
make
space,
one.
Kenneth.
That's not a list. That's
Reverence.
What about the little eyes
Reverence.
that man's giving you, huh? Captain Killer over there.
That's not a list.
I
That's
think
not
it is a
list.
list. I think you can't cast stones in a glass castle, Miss Lily.
What?
Easiest way to say though, I think the person that has the highest list though is Rex.
Yeah.
Because we only listed the Aether, like the people
Oh,
up in
there's more.
Aetheria.
There's
more.
there's
Yeah,
more.
There's a lot more.
Yeah,
there's a lot
what?
more. You bro.
There's- Rex, you practically have a harem at this point.
Ben.
Kathy practically kneels at your feet.
Okay, but that's Kathy.
Kathy
Lord of the
no,
Wind.
she does that to everyone.
No, not everyone.
No,
Well,
it's mainly
just Rex.
It's
just
mostly
Rex.
Rex, but
I've
that's still
only
a
seen
lot
it
of
against
people.
Rex.
My chat's saying N. Seriously, N? Wait, really?
Yes,
You know what? Some
I
things
heard
make-
it called you Ka.
You fucking have a kid with her practically.
Oh God,
That's a little weird.
I have to have so much introspection when we get back down.
Morella maybe? Throwing that one out
Morella?
there too? Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
shot.
Honestly, wouldn't even be surprised if we added Tabby to that list. Just
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
also
Tabby?
not in there.
yeah.
I thought she hated
another?
me.
Probably
another,
Zoe.
I'm just-
Probably
it's-
Zoe.
Oh,
Zoe?
Yeah, definitely Zoe.
Rex, you fucking have a harem practically at this rate.
Absolutely have a harem.
Rex, you're fucking blind. I'm so sorry to say that. You're just fucking blind.
Yeah, I'm not so convinced on all of these. Yeah, I feel like you guys are unreliable sources. I have to get back down and actually talk to somebody that's got an unbiased
I'm an
perspective.
unreliable source.
Oh,
Lily knows
okay.
what she's talking about, I think.
Maybe
I've
Ovek.
definitely
I
seen
think
a lot
Ovek
of
might have
girls
it pretty
throw
straight.
themselves at you.
Wait, shit, Ovek.
Yeah, go ask Ovek if you can find him.
Yeah, he did, kind of. But you know what? He made his choice. We need to focus. Come on.
Yeah, no, you're right. We got sidetracked. Damn
Yeah.
you, Cam, and your shipping. It's
Oh,
infectious.
we now have a combo for the boat ride.
Tally, 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 tally!
Tally!
Tally leans against a wall, now conscious and laughing with Needle. He notices you in weakly waves. Look who it is.
Tally, we're so glad you're okay.
Honestly, I'm pretty glad to be okay too. I was getting worried there for a second. He looks down at his arms. But looks like fate gave me a bit more time to finish off my ledger. You have plenty of time now. Queen's gone. Well, that's one piece of good news, I guess. Needle told me what happened with Xander and the entire village. If only I could have been faster. Maybe I could have... He winces a bit. Oh, I guess I wouldn't have been able to do much, would I?
I'm sorry you had to find out that way, Tally.
It's okay. He leans back again. Xander was probably the best angel I've ever met. he didn't judge us like the Valkyrie did, and he believed that we were deserving of a second chance. I always admired him for that. He was so open-minded, and he felt so genuine, you know? Yeah, he was one of the good ones. He made this place what it is. Whenever I look up at the stars, I'll think of him and the amazing things he did for us. And that goes for you too.
Us?
I know you've been hard on yourselves, but you don't have to be. You're some better people than you think. Sure, you made some mistakes, but hey, look at the rest of us, right? We've all made some mistakes in this village. We've all done things that got us to where we are now, but we don't let those mistakes define us or weigh us down. I'm going to redeem myself for everything Lucifer did. And I have the chance to keep doing that thanks to you. Look, Tally, Adam was tricking us, and we were the ones that led him here. He got Xander killed. Tally goes quiet for a minute, taking in this information. Adam did it? He looks down at his arm. I approved of him staying here. I agreed with you that... Do you think I have to put one of the marks back?
Tally, it's not your fault.
If you're gonna take the blame, that's only fair I took some of it too. We made the decision together to let him stay here, and it got Xander... His jaw tightens. What's done is done, and we can't reverse it, but... This just means I'll have to work extra hard, and from doing good from now on. I can't slip up again. Rex, are you a womanizer? Am I? Hey. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Just don't dwell on it, alright? Those expressions are really starting to get me feeling more down than before. You still have people counting on you.
Pressure, right?
And some pressure. What's the fun of doing the right thing if it's easy, right?
Thank you for everything, Tally.
Right back at you, heroes. Go save the realm or something. I'm rooting for you.
Thanks for the hydrate. I did it during the talk.
Needle, my beloved.
Needle and Tally would be joking around a bit near Needle's shop. As you approach, Needle glances up and grins at you. Well. I guess after everything, I really should start calling you heroes, shouldn't I?
You really don't have to.
Oh, come on. After everything you've done, now you don't want the title? You totally saved the entire village. A lot of us wouldn't be around if it weren't for you. And life is worth more than any stupid medal any day, you know? She chuckles a bit. We're just glad you're all okay. Oh, trust me. I'm also glad I'm okay. But like I said, That's all thanks to you. Well, and Tally. And Levin. It was thanks to a lot of people. But you definitely helped.
Thanks. I guess.
Hey, I'm not good at this. I'm trying to say thank you. Well, I said it. There's no need to gawk and stare at me or something. Jeez.
Thanks, Needle.
Don't mention it. I'll give that one to you for free of charge. Hell, at this point, I'm probably the one that owes you something, huh?
You don't owe us anything. Besides, I don't think you really have much worth taking.
Dude!
She frowns, unamused. You know, I was gonna say, hey, you know what? You can get one thing from my shop free of charge. After all, you saved everyone, so it's the least you deserve. But now you don't get anything. If you're going to disrespect my wares like that.
I mean, all things considered, do you even really have things to sell? That was me.
Well, some things here and there may have been crushed, but they're still usable. You just gotta know the right way to use them, that's all. She clears her throat. But if you're so keen on refusing my offer, then fine. More stuff for me.
Will you guys be alright while we're gone?
We've been fine without you for a while now. I'm sure we'll survive. I'll see you around. All of you. Oh, and could you give Echo a message from me?
What is it?
Tell her thanks for bringing me lunch every day. I don't think I ever said it to her face. And if she's headed out with you, then...
How do you know she's coming with us?
She came around a bit before you guys did, saying that she was gonna head back to your ship or something. Didn't say much else besides that, and just left. She barely even wanted to look at us. We don't look that bad, do we? I mean, I get that our hygiene wasn't great in the caves, but...
Look, it wasn't you, okay? Just, I promise, it's nothing to do with you. Thanks for telling us this, Needle.
Don't spend too much. Save some for me when you come to visit, okay?
Yeah, sure thing. When did we ever want to be called heroes, though?
I never minded
I'm pretty sure we said multiple times we could care less.
Crimson sadly sits with Needle and Tally, looking down at a green feather in her fingers. I don't know what I'm gonna do without Lester. He was one of my best friends, I tell you.
I'm so sorry, Crimson.
She sniffles before wiping her eyes. It's alright. It'll be alright. She inhales and exhales calmly. I mean, it was only a matter of time. Everything has time, and Lester was getting old. His legs weren't moving like they used to, and his wings were all stiff, but even with all that, he was my best friend till the end. It's gonna hurt for some time, but it'll be alright.
Yeah, it'll be alright.
And at the end of the day, the rest of us are still here. We can keep going for the ones that we lost, because that's what they would have wanted, right? They wouldn't have wanted us to dwell on them, but to remember them and hold them close while we live out the rest of our lives. Never forget the fallen. Xander always used to say that. She wipes her eyes. You know, if it weren't for y'all, maybe this entire village would have been forgotten. But 'cause y'all stuck your necks out for us, they can keep going out here and live in peace now. I can't thank y'all enough for all your help. Y'all didn't just save reverence, but you went out of your way to help us and be there for us when we needed some extra hands. Don't mention it. I won't ever forget y'all. You know that? She sniffles. Gosh dang it, I'm gonna start crying again.
Hey, don't cry. It's okay, Crimson.
I know it's okay. It's just a lot happened, you know, and it's gonna take me a bit of time to process it all. But y'all were a big help always, and I really appreciate y'all for it. I'm sorry that I was so distant when y'all first got here. I didn't know what mighty kind people y'all were.
It's seriously okay. Really.
I guess this is the end, though. Y'all are leaving.
Yeah, we have to.
It's alright. I understand. You ain't tied down to reverence, but reverence will keep going thanks to you. Make sure you drink a lot of water and eat 3 full meals a day and always be there to give someone else a helping hand. I'm gonna miss y'all so much.
We're gonna miss you too. Goodbye, Crimson. Just take care.
The father holds his daughter close, giving Galen a pat on the back. He notices you and sighs in relief.
Oh, thank the gods. We were so worried about you, heroes.
We're doing okay, Azur.
I'm glad to see you all. I wanted to say thank you for everything. You proved to us that you were willing to lay down your lives and your titles for this family. I don't think any of us can thank you enough.
No need to thank us.
I don't want to think about what could have happened to you if you chose not to stay here. If my daughter would have been able to...
He cuts himself off quickly.
I am eternally in your debt, as is my entire family. If you ever need a safe place to stay in Elysium or just a warm bed and a meal, I would be more than happy to help you in any way I could.
Oh, maybe one day we can take you up on that offer. He smiles.
I know that if Flair were still here, she would have deeply respected you for all of your work, just as I do.
He looks down at Meek and ruffles her hair.
It'll be hard to go without you. I'm afraid Meek has become quite attached to your friend.
We have to go back to Aetheria.
I know. Trust me, I understand. Do not let us stop you. You still have work to complete elsewhere. Good luck, and stay safe. Please. We'll all be thinking of you in reverence.
Thank you, Azur.
Sup, Pipsqueak?
Meek looks up at you all happily.
Thank you so much. You brought back Mr. Galen and got rid of the scary monsters.
She smiles.
I knew that you were nice when you went out on that adventure. From now on, you guys are my heroes too.
Meek.
But you have to pinky promise that you're not going to forget about us, okay?
She holds out her pinky again.
And remember that you can never break a pinky promise.
I mean, we haven't broken one yet.
She nods excitedly, offering her pinky to you again.
So come on, pinky promise that you won't forget us. Oh, and that you'll visit and bring more coloring thingies.
We promise. You all wrap your pinkies around hers, the 5 of you making a promise together.
Oh, and I also want cake. Angel cake. Like the stuff they make in the city, okay?
I guess we'll see what we can do.
Can you come back tomorrow?
We have work to do. I'm sorry, Meek. I don't know when we'll be back.
Well, can it be soon?
We promise it'll be soon.
Okay, then I can't wait until next time you come around. Bye. Don't forget about us. Don't forget the promise.
We won't.
Oh, me.
Galen.
Mm.
We gotta dash, bud.
Galen, we gotta go.
Oh.
Galen attempts to smile as Meek hugs him.
I'm so glad you're safe, Mr. Galen.
She says, Did I worry you? I'm so sorry, Meek. It won't happen again, alright? Our friends here helped me come back to you. Hey, Galen. You think you're about ready to go? He pauses, looking up at you all and then down at Meek.
You mean you're going to leave too? That's not fair. I want you to stay here.
Meek states, I know, Meek, but I don't belong here. I'm still an angel after all, not a fallen. This is your village, not mine. I have work outside of reverence to return to. He looks back up at you all. I will be ready in a moment.
How are you doing, Galen?
I'm quite alright. He weakly smiles. As I said, I will be ready in a moment. In fact, I will meet you on the ship, alright? Do not worry about me.
Okay, if you say so.
He gives you a nod before his smile vanishes.
Oh, Galen.
I think
Take
we've
your
almost
time.
talked to everyone except for Proto, and
Saffron.
I kind of do want to know where Saffron is, though.
Where is he? Where's the lad?
Proto?
Saffron.
Bye, Proto.
We're talking to the lad first. The lad Chad along the lands.
Yeah, I mean,
I
we've
was
seen
talking
everyone,
to
but we
him.
haven't seen
Wait.
Saffron. Where is Saffron?
I think I saw him when we were running in, possibly.
Found him. He's by his house.
Hi, buddy.
How did Marshy
Can't
make it?
ran.
Lily,
I made it.
come on.
Y'all were in the bushes, and then oh, there you
Door-
are. Okay. Good thing I knew where he
Bubble
sat.
Let's see what.
Saffron sits in front of his home, carefully mixing two substances together. He sits alone, looking toward the rest of the village as they talk and fix up the place. He frowns a bit. I don't know why they didn't want to use my special corrosion mixture. It would have gotten rid of the barricades pretty quickly. He blinks a couple of times before looking back down at what he's working on.
Hey, Saffron.
Oh, hey! You actually made it! He beams at you. You know, everyone was starting to get scared that you weren't ever going to come back from that shrine. But I knew after the fight with the water creature that you wouldn't go down all that easily.
Thanks for having faith in us, I guess.
The village is pretty busy, isn't it? Everyone's working hard to get rid of the barricades.
Oh, why are you up here all by yourself?
I don't really know, actually. Ever since we were stuck in the bunker, my hands have been all shaky. Look! He holds his hands up to you, his smile remaining. Isn't that weird? Usually I have really steady hands. After all, you need to have steady hands when you're mixing substances together. But now look at them!
Were you scared, Saffron?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Because of the Celestials? Maybe because of Xander?
That's ridiculous. It's not a big deal. He looks back down at what he's working on, his eyes a bit wide. I mean, everything dies, you know? It's not a big deal when it happens because of how inevitable it is. Sometimes death is just a means to an end. Everyone else takes it so seriously. I mean, I guess it would be weird not to see him around anymore, but that's okay. Like I said, it's not a big deal. He's quiet for a moment before a smile falters and he looks down at his shaking hands. It's not a big deal.
Saffron?
This is so weird. He fidgets a bit. Maybe I'm tired. After all, it can be hard to get sleep inside of the bunker. I think I should... He pauses, his voice lowering a bit. I think I need to rest for a little bit. We're about to head out, Saffron. Leaving? He glances back at you. I guess you do have a lot of work to do, don't you? After all, the realm is still being attacked by those nasty celestials, isn't it? He smiles a bit. I'm sure you're going to do great out there. You're a lot stronger than you look, you know. Just be careful. I'm sure the angels wouldn't want you to go around to get poisoned, would they?
Goodbye, Saffron.
Wait, I noticed something.
Yeah, I saw it earlier. I just didn't say anything.
Oh. Saffron.
Guess we know who planted the flowers.
Yeah. That we do. I think we've done everything we could here.
Still have a few people to say goodbye to.
Just one more.
Two
And
more,
then-
actually.
Two?
We haven't seen Rook yet.
Oh, you want to say bye to him?
Why not?
I don't know. He doesn't seem like the type of person to talk. And he said it himself.
I
We're
think
not
so.
friends.
Oh yeah, and we gotta find Tori.
Tori, I feel like such a jag!
Oh, Tori!
Dude,
Hold on. Wait, I know exactly where Tori will
We need
probably
to say
be.
goodbye to our moas.
Oh, our
They're
mom.
out living free. Let them be happy.
Oh yeah, they did.
No.
Hmm.
Did you just get yourself stuck?
Tori is where I thought she would be.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Come on, Dum Dum.
Tori.
Bye, Bobby.
Hi, Tori.
Click, 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 click.
Click better, Dum Dums.
Oh, there it goes. Tori was training with the dummy, harshly attacking it with the fire in her eyes. As you approach, she gives it a finishing blow, looking back over at you, stretching her arms across her chest.
Hey.
Hey, Tori. So, is it done? Is the celestial gone?
It's done.
She doesn't immediately respond, as she looks back at the dummy, going back to placing her hands up and attacking it. It happened. Again.
Tori.
It happened again, damn it! I wasn't strong enough to save someone. Why does this happen every goddamn time? Is it me? Is it us? Ugh. She grits her teeth. You can't tell me that I don't have a right to be pissed off.
You have every right to be.
You're damn right I do. She sighs, taking a step back and tightening her jaw. Like, what the hell am I doing wrong here? Why can't I protect anyone? Celestials are strong, Tori. None of us could protect Xander. It's not just Xander. It's Xander and Felice and Christian and everyone. Her shoulders sag.
Tori.
She sighs. Maybe I'm being too harsh on myself, though. I don't know. I'm not sure of anything anymore.
Believe it or not, you're doing fine, Tori. You've gotten stronger than when we first met you.
She pauses, glancing back up at you. I have?
Oh yeah.
She blinks a bit, putting up her fists and hopping on the pads of her feet. I do feel stronger. And think of how you were able to help when the village got attacked. She thinks about it a bit more, crossing her arms. did all that I could.
You really helped us.
I did. Huh. She smiles a bit. I don't know if you're just telling me this to make me feel better or not, but either way, thanks.
You don't mention it.
So, we heading out already?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, where would our buddy old pal Rook be?
Do we have to ride the line?
One last ride wouldn't hurt.
Oh.
One last time.
No.
No?
No.
No musical.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I promise I will not be
so funny.
I will not be your dorm buddy for tour. I promise.
No.
I will not be that menace of society that
Now you
vacuums the
die.
bathroom. I will never do.
Vacuums the bathroom.
Have the cursed image later.
Who vacuums a bathroom?
I'm gonna vacuum Marshy.
What the fuck?
Marshy, do you even want to be vacuumed?
No.
I think she
I don't
does.
think you can vacuum someone who doesn't want. Well, I guess she does. You're right.
Consent, bro.
Well, I think Rex
conversation.
just said you consented.
Yeah, you did.
One last time of this.
Here we go.
You look
Look at
stupid.
them. You look stupid.
I look awesome. You look dumb.
You
We're all
actually, I was about to say you were majestically going into the sunset. So
There we go.
What if I
If
just
you're not
snap the line while you're all on it?
why did Lily just teleport? Please.
What? Teleport?
Lily, dodge
My
the
chat
flexible.
enjoyed the one last time.
Stop!
They're
Stop!
my
stop,
chat's going-
Stop! Don't!
starting to sing the lyrics
Don't.
to my chat.
Don't!
You're mad because bad.
Because you did it to me once already. I don't want to face that pain again.
You did it to yourself.
Pop, 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 pop.
What do you mean? I was in the middle of the line and you flex bolted me off of it, and I
Nope,
fell
I
into
literally
the
did not
pit
even
and
shoot
died.
you. You freaked out. You let go and then you died.
Knock, knock.
Hey,
Sup,
Rookie
dum
Rook.
dum.
Who are you calling a dum dum?
Rook would be within his home, staring at his unbandaged sword. He looks at his reflection in the purple blade, hesitant. Knock, knock. He visibly jumps, looking toward you quickly before sighing. It's you again. He rubs his shoulder in mild pain, standing up and discarding the sword. Even after all of this, you still won't leave me alone.
Why would we do that? Well, we just wanted to come up and say goodbye before we,
He
left.
pauses, glancing up at you. Say goodbye? We're leaving Reverence. We found the trial, came here, did what we needed to do, and now we have to go. He blinks a bit, considering your answer. Huh.
Is something wrong, Rook?
He bites his lip, thinking carefully about his words. When you go, what are you going to do?
We're gonna stop the Celestials.
You really think you have the power to do that?
We need to find the trials of CL to talk to her and find her. She's actually, she's been missing.
Find the goddess of angels, huh? He narrows his eyes. You wanted to talk to her and... what? Make a wish? Ask her to step in and stop the Celestials herself? More like find out what's wrong and why she's gone quiet. And what about the fallen around here? You leave and forget they exist just like the rest of Aetheria?
Brooke, you know that we wouldn't do that.
You're right, you won't. Because I'm going with you.
What?
He goes over to his shelves, picking up an already packed backpack from the ground and grabbing a couple of bags of food. I'm going with you.
Wait, what about Reverence? They still need you, right?
They can manage without me. It's not like they'll remember I was around. I didn't talk to them anyways. Before you say anything, I made this decision way before you came up here to bother me. Thing is, the angels aren't going to change if someone doesn't make them change. Xander always talked about passing laws and paperwork in Elysium to give more rights to Fallen within Aetheria. At least to stop cruel and unusual punishment. Of course, none of them went through. Angels think we're monsters. His jaw tightens. So if I want things to change for everyone down below, and Xander's not around to continue his work, I'll just have to do it myself.
You really cared for Xander that much?
He saved my life. I've been working to return that favor for decades. But we're still not friends! Yep. I wouldn't want it any other way.
I guess let's go.
Yeah.
Damn, he really had that bag packed and ready.
You're a complicated person,
Good thing we didn't
Rook.
leave without talking to him. Holy
I think you
shit.
got something squishy underneath that little exterior. You know, just a little squish right
Oh, don't
there.
tease him.
Just right
Let's get to
there.
punch
A
you
little
guys.
squishy right there.
Guys,
Hey, stop it.
Fine.
guys, we gotta take this in at least
See
one
you
last
down.
time.
Oh, one last view of
Now
the
from the
city. Wait, can we
best.
actually- Yeah.
Yeah, let's get
Hold on.
What?
got one last good view of this place, you know?
This place is nice.
Hey, Rook, can we have your house if you're not going to use it anymore?
Dude!
Or she!
That was
Hey,
very
their
Tally of you.
house.
That sounds like something Tally would have said verbatim.
Oh, this place is beautiful. I'm gonna miss
Well,
this
I mean,
place,
in
honestly.
fairness, who is going to, like, take
Maybe
the
Tally
house?
can have it.
God, this whole place.
It's so beautiful.
I'm gonna kind of miss it, you know?
Such a gorgeous place with such a dark past.
Hopefully a bright future ahead.
Yeah. I think I got an idea
You
too
know-
how we can assure that. But it starts with us taking care of the celestial issue.
Yep.
This place, Rex,
Hmm.
it actually embodies everything you stand for, whether you realize it or not. Or more specifically, what Blood Oath stands for. Redemption.
Right. Everything here is just so gray. It's
Mhm.
such a perfect balance. Out of everywhere we've been, there hasn't been anything so cut and dry, good and evil, light and dark. That perfect dichotomy. That perfect balance. Nowhere in Rem or in any other realm have we seen such a thing. We've always come across overwhelming light or overwhelming dark, but is that really equivalent to good and bad?
No.
And is bad
never
without
is.
good bad, and is bad without and good without bad bad? What is it to be pure? What does it mean to be impure? What does it mean to be right or wrong?
I guess we're
Everything's
still trying
just
to figure that out.
everything's just gray.
I mean, this group that we're with, that we've been with, we act as a perfect example of that. And take you and Cam. Pure, impure. It doesn't mean either of you are objectively good or bad. You can both make mistakes, and you can both do good.
Maybe.
It's interesting. You really do have a nice house, Tally.
Tally?
Do you have a retirement?
This is
fuck,
Rook's
Rook.
house.
Sorry, I mentally replaced Rook with Tally in my head because, like, let's see, like, who's gonna take the house over when Rook is gone? Tally. Nah, but that's nice.
You're still squishy. Squeak.
Stop teasing
Say
him!
that. You can't say that.
Well,
Sorry.
He's a fucking prophet.
I need a biome.
Oh my god.
I need a
He's a fucking
biome.
prophet.
How did you do that?
I jumped onto the
spitting.
line, but
Why
the
did I
sheer
give it-
momentum just crushed me like a tin can. I'm stuck!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Whoa,
that's-
whoa, your head's
that's
backward.
terrifying.
Karma's the
Because I'm
bitch.
lagging. Stop being me. Yeah, we're good.
Let me just figure out how to get down. I'm taking a shortcut. Okay, I'm here. Hi.
Okay.
The only
I
one
had such a
capable of
perfect
smiting
view.
Rex and getting away with it.
It was
Alright.
so funny.
Where did Prada go?
Where's
Proto.
We need to find Proto.
Cam, come
Oh,
stand
I
over
know
here.
Proto is. We
Come look
walked
at
by
this.
him.
Huh.
Look. Nice.
Oh my god.
Damn. Sorry, Jay. I
Come
tried.
on.
I knew
Proto
what you were
was this
gonna
way.
do.
Oh, I can't go all the way down. Hold
Don't
on.
worry. I at least did it. For
At least we
someone
know
else.
Marshy can't fly.
Come on, Cam.
Whee! Okay.
Oh shit!
One
how
last
did you
person.
Disappear.
You punched me, Lily.
One final
Come on.
Oh, you
person.
fell?
Yeah, you punched me, Lily.
Shit,
Well,
it
now we
glitched on
know.
my screen
Great.
and it looks like you did.
All right, one last
Hi,
person.
Proto.
Where
Hi,
the?
Adam.
Oh my god. Okay. Proto would be back to fidgeting with the mechanism above the mine, sighing. Feels like yesterday since I last fixed this dumb claw thing. I swear if this breaks one more time, I'm just letting it stay broken.
Hey, Proto.
Proto looks up at you and puts on a smile. Hey. He rubs the back of his neck. You guys really did it, huh? You actually got us out of this whole mess. Well, for the most part. Yeah, Queen's gone. We don't have to worry about her anymore. That's good. Yeah. That's great. Great. His smile falters.
You okay, Proto?
I'm sure I'll be fine, you know, but I don't know. I just still feel so useless, I guess. The village got attacked and I didn't do much but run, and then everything with Xander, and it's like the war all over again, you know? But now all I can do is fix the crane. He pats the side of the crane, shaking his head. This is really sad.
You're doing your best, Proto.
My best isn't what these guys need, you know? What they need is someone like you. And you delivered. He grins at you. You really delivered. I mean, I can really only take partial credit for making you the hooks. You carried all of this. About the hooks. His expression immediately falters. Oh, don't tell me.
They may have broken the shrine.
God damn it! Where am I supposed to get more of those, huh? Those were the only hooklets and power cells I could think of finding!
We may have an alternative if you want.
What's that supposed to mean? Here, punk. Knock yourself out. Proto looks at the ancient hooks you found within the dungeon. Whoa! Wait, hang on! These things don't even need power cells to work? How do they magnetize? He observes the hook, which looks similar to the maw of a beast. And look at this build! It looks like the line is supposed to thread through here, but then how can you control your ability to go up and down?
Magic.
Come on, you have to know something more about it! He looks down at the hook. I gotta look into this more. Maybe I could find a way to recreate it? Then I don't need to visit the dump facility for more power cells. Well, knock yourself out. Take care, Proto. Wait, hang on! Will we ever see you again?
Hopefully. We won't forget you, Proto.
He smiles. Yeah. Don't forget us.
I think that's everyone.
Take a good look, boys. Goodbye, Reverence.
We'll visit again one day, maybe.
Out of everywhere we've been, think I'll miss you the most.
Yeah. For sure.
I agree.
Back
I
to
don't know where the ship is.
Follow me, dum-dums.
Where did you go?
This way, dum-dums.
Rex, I'm the smart one.
This way. Wow. So
We were admiring
descriptive.
the view
Go to
and you
Crim-
ran away!
Go to the farm.
I don't know how to get to the
If you're
farm.
looking at the farm, go to the left.
I don't know how to get to the farm.
Looking at the farm from what direction? You can look at the farm from any direction.
Rex, let's just get to the ship.
I'm
Yep.
at Crimson.
I'm
We're
using my
gonna-
map.
We're gonna leave them at the ship. Let's just
Okay,
leave
we're
them
going
here.
the wrong way,
I am going the
Rex,
right
we're
way.
leaving them
Yeah,
here.
I am. I'm awesome.
Rex, we're
Oh.
leaving them here.
So it was that way. Look at the
Oh.
farm. Look at the farm my ass.
I
I love
That's
this place,
water
but it didn't
tub.
have the Ruby of Pandora 2 mushrooms.
well, it did have a ruby. It wasn't the ruby of Pandora, but it did have a ruby. So
Yeah,
got,
now we
like,
know why there
a
are no
fourth.
Ruby of Pandoras in the Aether.
Yeah, that means it has to be
Yeah.
in.
List.
That has to be. It's in the overworld. Down beneath, down
It's
underneath
weird.
us.
Or in Aetheria, at least.
In all the other places we've been to, people welcomed us so easily, and yet this place didn't. And yet I feel like I'm gonna miss it the most.
This one felt like home.
It really did.
And I see a ride.
I don't.
Yeah, because you suck. You blow.
Yeah, I was about to
I'm
say
sorry
that.
for wanting to take in the moment, but you decided to run away like a little bitch.
I already took in the moment. I'm sorry that
I'm
you
sorry
suck
it
at
took a
taking
little
in
longer to take
moments.
in the moment.
Like, my fucking Rook beat us here.
I think I get it.
Hmm.
Ever since we came to Mythos, I felt like we were almost struggling to survive and make our mark in a place we weren't meant to be. In a place that rejected us because we didn't belong here. In a way, aren't they doing that too? They're just trying to survive in a place that rejects them.
I guess.
I guess there are similarities.
Shall we
Echo.
get going? Hey, Echo.
Echo looks over the edge of the islands. You notice a purple sword in her grip. Did she take one from the vault? She stares at the blade for a bit, her wings drooping sorrowfully for a moment before she eventually sighs. She looks back out at the skies beyond Reverence. Echo? Echo doesn't look back at you. Is everyone in Reverence okay?
Yeah, they all say goodbye. Needle wanted us to say thanks for the lunch.
Jaw tightens. Thanks, huh? She really wanted to thank me? Her fists clench.
Are you still upset?
Am I? I wonder. Let me think about it for a minute. She snaps back at you. I wanted to tell them. I did. I didn't have the heart for it. I didn't want to see those hateful gazes. But this entire situation is just eating me alive. I don't want to remember anymore. I don't want to remember any of it. I just want to be Echo. But now I'm just so confused. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. Tell me how I can fix this.
You really want to fix it that badly?
I can't take it. This overwhelming guilt and these images of monsters that were made by my hands. I just want to make it right again. I don't remember doing any of it. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to be Eve. You know, it's almost ironic now, don't you think? That I've fallen now after everything.
How is it ironic?
I became that which she hated and vowed to dissect and destroy. She became everything she looked down upon. You know, I used to hate being fallen. I used to hate thinking about what I did and questioning my entire life. But now, I realize I should be proud of this. She spreads her wings. Forgetting Eve is a blessing. I never want to think about her again. I don't even want to look at myself in the mirror knowing that she is looking back at me. Please. Please tell me what I'm supposed to do. She takes steps forward, looking towards you, lifting her sword. Tell me what I can do to fix this. How can I redeem myself?
Redeem yourself. Is that what you really want?
I want to make things right. Please. Tell me.
Join Blood Oath.
She blinks a bit in confusion. Your guilt? Why would you want someone like me in your—
Did you ever actually, like, talk to anyone that has been in my guild? Like, any single person in Vanguard.
Not really. I didn't care for them. I didn't care about your guild. I thought it was a waste of time.
Well, if what you want is redemption, then you're just the same as all of the other members.
So that's been your game this whole time, hmm? And you take the broken pieces and try to fit them back together?
You said you wanted me to tell you what to do.
Well, I didn't think you would say that. How am I supposed to fix things from your guild?
By doing the right thing from this point forward.
She pauses, taking a couple of steps back. Rook walks forward, facing her completely. Rook. Rook stares at her for a moment before sighing.
I forgive you.
Huh? Her eyes widen in shock as Rook stares at her seriously.
That's what Xander said in his dying moments. He knew who you were the minute you told him the truth. And he still forgave you despite everything. So, what the hell? If he thought you were worthy of forgiveness, then fine.
Wow.
You... I...
So, you gonna keep moping around, or are you going to start by trying to fix it for yourself?
Rook narrows his eyes. Echo stares at him in shock before her grip around the sword tightens. Fix it. God damn it. That's more like it. Echo looks back up at Rex. You really think this will help me?
Only one way to find out.
She's quiet for a long moment before she eventually nods her head once, sheathing the Zanite weapon to her side. Fine. I'm in.
Welcome aboard. Okay. Nice ship. I almost forgot how I helped kidnap all of you from here. Oh, yeah, speaking of, never touch me again. No promises.
Well, no one except
I
for you
hate
saw
you.
that, but...
God, this is so weird.
I miss this shit.
What's up, Captain Killer?
Stop!
Rex!
Hi, Dreamer.
Dreamer watches as you all get back onto the ship in surprise. Well, look who decided to finally stop by. Do you have any idea how worried we were? We heard some big fight on the other side of the island, celestial screaming in the night, and then that explosion near the big dome over there. What the hell is going on?
Just us finishing the job. You know us.
He raises an eyebrow. So you actually managed to finish, huh? Inhales deeply before laughing. It's about time! I thought we would never get off this island. Kit was just about ready to resign to his fate of shoveling Parasite off the deck for eternity. Mitty was preparing some big heist against the entire fallen population. Clover was... Well, I don't actually know what Clover was doing because she can't talk in this place.
Oh, jeez.
Seriously, if we went on any further, I was about to go inland and help you finish it myself. Do you have any idea how long we spent parked here?
There was a lot to do, okay? We're sorry.
He looks over each of you and sighs a bit, chuckling. Relax. I'm just messing with you. We're all just pretty restless, if you know what I mean. You didn't even do anything. Right, because you're the only person allowed to do things. You don't want the help of a killer, do you? He shoots a cold look at Rex alone before smiling at the rest of you.
The Rex, you.
Well then, are we ready to set sail yet, or...?
Yeah, just let us finish talking to everyone first.
Whenever you're ready to get the hell out of here, just let me know. You can't take much more of this damn island.
Sure thing.
Oh my god. Quixote.
I miss you.
Quixote would be moving boxes, his eyes widen when he spots you. Oh my god, it's their back! The skinwalkers are back!
Key, we're not skinwalkers!
You're not? Oh, thank the goddess. He coughs, releasing a quick and dry breath. I thought you were impersonators. So it's actually you people? You're actually back. I thought I'd be sweeping Parasite off the decks until I died. And then I would have to go to Parasite Purgatory. I never want to see Parasite ever again. Please tell me we're leaving.
We're heading out. Don't
Got
worry.
it.
Glad to see nothing changed. 3?
Yep.
How you holding up,
You
3?
You still broken 3?
3 can only produce glitching and scratching noises. The silence seems to still be interfering with this frequency. Sup, Clove? Clover casually attempts to look over at 3, seeing if there is possibly anything she can do to fix him. However, she looks rather confused and just sighs.
Oh.
Hey, been a while, hasn't it? Don't worry, we're alive and well. How have you been, Clover? There's silence. She gives him a seriously look. So, not great? She sighs, face palming. Is that a yes or a no? She walks away. Awesome! Cool story! Man, where's a sloth when you need one?
A sloth. Not sloth, a sloth.
Oh god, what's up, Mitty?
Tori.
Please don't jump
Oh,
me.
Mitty.
Okay,
First.
we're skipping Tori. They're back! They're back, everyone, they're alive! Mitty calls out to everyone loudly on the ship. We thought you were done for or something. Hey, hey, did you want to see all the supplies I gathered to raid the reverence place? I got plenty of pikes with the sharp, pointy sides. I made them from the fences that were supposed to be on the side of the ship. I saved them for emergencies.
You what? So you did steal my railing?
Quixote overhears Mitty. Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, I was going to go in there completely unprepared.
Oh my goodness.
I'll take that over the alternative of what could have happened.
I'll be honest, I kind of miss the ship, you know? So, where to next? Back to Aetheria?
Yep.
Yep.
Take care, Kai.
Yep. Alrighty.
Rook, you got a different dialing that you're on the ship? Rook stares at Mitty. Oh god, this was a mistake.
Oh. Wait till you meet Key.
Oh,
Galen
jeez.
leans against the
Oh, my
rails of the
goodness,
ship,
Echo.
looking back toward the shrine in the center of the island. His eyes are empty and still a bit red from crying. Clears his throat to try and compose himself.
Galen?
Well then, that was quite the adventure, wasn't it? We'll be going soon.
Yeah, we just wanted to check in before we go.
Then consider me checked in, ready for sailing. His laughter is weak in his chest as he places his hands on his hips.
Hey, you know it's okay to not be okay, right?
Well, why wouldn't I be okay? Come now, you know me. I'm always quite alright. Don't lie. It's such a stupid thing to do. He falters. Why would I be lying? I'm perfectly fine. I've never been better. Let us simply put this entire experience behind us. After all, I have a number of clients to return to.
Galen,
Echo steps up toward him.
is this, a bad time?
He looks over at her, but quickly looks away, avoiding her gaze.
Galen, please talk to me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Galen. I know that it won't fix anything, but you have every right to be upset with me. You really do. I wouldn't blame you if you never forgave me for what I did to her, for what Eve did to her. But I want you to know that I will do everything in my power to make things right. I swear to you.
She clenches her fists. She looks away from him.
I'll leave you be.
She begins to walk away. Why did you defend me? She looks back over at him as he slowly turns to face her. When Adam lunged for me, you defended me. You chose to sacrifice yourself and place yourself in harm's way for me. After all those things I did to you, why would you do that, Echo? She takes a moment to think about it.
Because if anyone deserved to get hurt in that situation, it wasn't you. You didn't do anything wrong. And after everything that I did to you,
She pauses.
I felt like I deserved to take the hit, not you.
this dialogue get butchered because I don't have another option. Gods? Was that the end?
Hold on.
Cat's bad at a job?
Yes.
Watch out for the fog.
Don't tell
No,
Don't
No,
tell
no.
don't mention it around Quiche.
Let's just
Shh, don't
admire
do
the
this,
pretty floor. No, no,
Nothing,
nothing.
How could he hear us? He's across the boat.
He's
Just making sure we
of course
just don't
he
run
can
into
hear
the
us.
fog when we're like running out. You know, it's fine.
Did Cat do her job
Fine.
yet?
Wait for the bump. Unless we missed it.
Cat did her job. Go, 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 go,
Oh.
go. Echo looks down as Galen slowly begins to approach her.
I'm sorry, Galen. You.
Before she can react, Galen goes over to her and hugs her.
Galen?
She asks. He sniffles a bit. I will not be able to look at you the same way for some time. But I know deep down that you are not who you once were.
God, I hate you so much.
You sacrificed yourself for me. After I said such a horrible, horrible word and pushed you down, you still protected me. She starts to say.
Galen.
While this is gonna pause, hello, welcome Raiders. I hope you enjoy the stream.
Hi.
We are always in intense lore, so I appreciate any, you know.
Bumblebee.
Sally, thank you for the follow. I can never forgive Eve for what she's done. But I can forgive Echo. Echo goes quiet and slowly lifts up her arms to return his hug.
So sorry.
She whispers. Perhaps it is best to leave them be for now. Oh, I got a lot of follows. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Nano Gear. Thank you, Indigo. And thank you, Tori Bliss, for the raid. If it makes you feel better, there was a small child named Bliss that died last stream.
But why would you
Right.
just... Why would you throw that on the Raiders?
In your
No, we
honor.
can't talk to Echo.
In
Make
your
sure to
honor.
check out our
Dialogue would make it
Discord.
confusing.
In your honor. Oh, yeah.
Still talk to
Nah,
Echo.
it's not important. There's like not much anything.
No.
Much bliss
So
love.
what the fuck?
Can we tell Dreamer that we're ready to go?
Yeah, let's.
Yo, Dreamer!
Did his dialogue update or do we just like? Oh yeah, do
Hey,
you?
Dreamer.
Well,
What's up?
we ready to set sail?
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're good.
Say goodbye to Reverence, guys.
Bye, Reverence.
Yeah.
Been here for like over a month.
Oh.
Sounds good. So, where are we going again? Okay, we need to get back to Aetheria to get more information on the last trial. Right. Hey, maybe we'll look like shit when we get back. Aren't we missing some people? That redhead and that invisible person named Cat you keep talking about?
Yeah, we should probably get back to.
Oh, trust me. I am dying to have a chat with Braylon. Key! Get the engines going. We're off to Aetheria. Let's hit the deck, boys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bye bye,
Stuff.
Reverence.
I'm
Maybe we'll be
gonna
back
miss
one
this
day.
place.
I'm gonna miss this place too.
Holy mother of God.
I'm gonna honestly miss Hecky.
Temley, thank you for following.
It's gonna be different without her here.
Really, I'm gonna miss Hecky, you know.
Yeah. I'm
It's
gonna
what
miss
she
him too.
wanted. It's what'll make her happy. So,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
all that
take that from
matters.
her.
She deserves that in the end.
If this is where she thinks she can do and serve the most purpose, then
So be it.
Mhm.
Right?
even if it does suck a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't belong in this world. If we can at least impact the lives of the people we come across a little bit for the better, then our time in this world will have been worth it. And I think no matter the cost, if we save this world from destruction, even if it results in us being destroyed, we will have served our ultimate purpose.
You're right.
We are visitors. We were invited to this realm. We were brought into this land for some reason. And sure, Kai may say is to pierce the veil, but I think it's whatever we want. And for me, that means saving as many lives as I can.
Being heroes?
I just like winning.
No.
I guess let's get back to Aetheria then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not heroes.
At the end of the day, Marshy, we're always going to be a villain in someone's book.
I guess.
But to that
we'll
end,
be heroes and others.
I think we're better than heroes. We're vessels.
That we are.
Good night, chat. Good night, you people. When we come back,
night.
we will be in Aetheria. And I know I will want to have some words with the king.
Oh.
I'm
You
down.
could say that twice.
I'm down for this. Let's do
Locking himself in his castle? As if that's gonna solve anything.
it. I'm
Good
ready
night.
to knock on that door.
And thank you, Raiders, once again. See you next time. Mwah.